all about
That's what we're
saying
here to
things
do, is
stupid.
say stupid
Yeah, it's
stuff.
all
yeah,
about.
but I mean, like,
That's what
I
we're
don't
here
want
to
to break the
do, is
rules.
say stupid things.
Yeah,
Why?
we let that get in the
You know what? I'm not so much worried anymore.
What's up? Thank you, Lana. What's
Oh,
up,
that's my
everybody?
body.
Welcome to another episode of the UNG Odyssey podcast. Podcast where local DFW comics, sit down and interview other local DFW comics and other personalities that I find interesting. And today, on episode 39, I believe, today is May 12th, Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day, May 12th, 2019. And today I am sitting down with John Brown. God damn it. I want to call you Matt.
John Brown, guys.
John Brown, I'm sorry, John. And a radio personality here. We have DJ Pre-K from the John Clay Wolfe Show. It's on 92.5 here in Dallas, but it actually airs pretty much throughout all the U.S. And it also has its own, they have their own podcast stream where they show the podcast after the show. You can catch up all the episodes if you want to. So that's pretty cool. It's a hilarious show.
I appreciate that.
You guys do crazy shit on the show. John John himself is a really eccentric personality type of person.
I'll agree. Yeah.
You
know, he's definitely he knows what he wants and he knows what he wants to do. You know? He's not afraid to piss people off doing it. You know. But yeah.
He's been in that game. He knows that stuff. You know. They buy cars over the phone.
Yeah. People call into the radio show and try to sell them their shitty cars. So, sometimes we get cool stuff. You know, like Porsches and stuff like that. But a lot of it is like, hey, I've been drinking Natty Light all morning. I want to get a number on my 95 F-150. I'm like,
do you push those?
I'll put you through because that's just entertaining, man. You know, you get the motherfucker drinking in the morning, calling into the radio show. Well, hell yeah, that's what we're all about.
Yeah, and also I got here Lana, who is. Well, she's Lana.
Here right now.
She's Lana. She did try an open mic one time. I don't know if she'll do it again, but she tried it. It was interesting. It was a hard crowd, but she got up there. That's all that matters.
Hey,
I don't know if she's gonna try it again. Huh?
Where was it?
Arlington Improv.
Oh, Arlington Improv?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one, man.
That is.
Especially, like, depending on when you go up, like, you know.
Yeah.
If you went up towards the end, then yeah.
Actually, that was the first club that I've told the story many times. You don't know it, so I'm gonna tell you guys. I started there, like where I saw open micers going. I went for an open mic to see how it was gonna be like, and I saw a lot of guys kind of bomb. So I'm gonna sit this way so I can see both of you guys. Yeah, Mike's kind of in the way, huh? That's alright. But yeah. But I saw a lot of comics bomb, and I was like, wow. I was like, I wouldn't feel so bad now, because if I bomb, it's okay, because they're bombing too. We're all going to bomb. It's all right.
Hey,
so,
we all suck.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of it.
So then I started doing it there, and then I
I started bombing.
Yeah.
No, of course I did.
So I started bombing.
They're always interesting.
I bombed for a long time.
They're interesting. Sometimes it'd be like bombing. Sometimes I get a reaction from the crowd. Where maybe it's not always a laughing, but it's like something I can work with at least.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right, looking at you.
Yeah.
Least, you know.
But John, yeah, you've been doing comedy for 5 years now, right?
Yeah, something like that. Like I started about 5 years ago. I was like, in the first couple of years, I was like not quite that committed as much as I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was doing it, and then I would stop for a while for work and stuff, and then. I guess really about around like 3 years ago, probably 3 to 4 years ago, I really got real committed to it. And, you know, I worked at the club, and then like I was every weekend at the comedy club. You know.
What? And then look who it is! It's Gump, my regular co-host. You want to sit right there next to Pre-K?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm out.
No. Gump, sit down.
How's it going?
John Brown, comic.
What's up, man? I'm John Brown.
Pre-K?
Yes, sir. DJ Pre-K.
Okay,
Pre-K and John Brown.
Yeah.
Pre-K is
I'm Matt John Brown. I was kidding.
Matt John
You call
Brown.
me Matt.
Pre-K is the radio personality I told you was gonna be on the show. That would be considered kind of radio personality, right?
I'd say so.
Because you do a bit on there. You do a couple bits, right?
I'm on the radio regularly.
Yeah, I think it's a bit. It's a character.
Yeah.
I really want to. I want to have. I like JD. JD's hilarious. All these guys are
JD
awesome.
is more straight, man. You know, they just need. They call me in whenever they just want me to say some ignorant shit on there. Pretty much. I mean, call it how it
Yeah.
is.
But anyway, we were saying, John, about your comedy career, right?
Yeah.
So, man, I seem like I ask this question all the time. Like, what made you get into comedy? But I mean, it's kind of slightly an interview-ish type of.
I kind of
thing.
just.
So yeah, let me just get to know you a little bit more.
Because like you always kind of want to do something, but you always just kind of count yourself out. You're like, yeah, well, I'm not really the kind of guy. That's not me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not the guy that does that. And then I just did everything else. I got out of the military, and then I went to college, and then I just kind of exhausted all these other options that I thought I wanted to do, and I just kept coming back to comedy, like that I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So after I did it a few times and thought, like, I was like, you know what? I think if I work hard at this, I can get somewhere with it. But there's a point where you just kind of have to be like, I'm gonna go for it, you know, and kind of have to know that I'm not going to be working towards getting to upper management. You know, whatever job I'm at, I gotta stay on the lower levels because I gotta be able to turn and run at any point.
So
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
So do you have a regular job or kind of just like or do you kind of like work somewhere where you need a little extra money?
Yeah,
like I'm out, bitches. I got 2 shows to do.
Well, I worked at hotels a lot, like, because I had to leave the club at one point. I was cooking for the club for a long time, and then I went to Denver and lived in my van and up there, and was working at a hotel and the Denver Improv and cooking at a Philly cheesesteak place.
Yeah,
it was a really good place. So it was like the best, dude. But whenever I came back, I didn't want to work at the club because I was trying to get booked on the weekends, and I can't be working at the club and doing comedy.
Yeah.
So I started working in the hotel, like running a housekeeping department, like basically being a supervisor. Not quite like the housekeeping manager, but I started working too much doing that, and so I quit doing that. And now I just work for like these 2 different cleaning companies, and I go to these businesses, and then the other one's a little more new, but like it's basically like cleaning houses, but. It's a brand new business, so the guy's like splitting it. So I'm gonna make more money than I normally would. So I said, okay, I'll do that.
You're like you're a housekeeper.
Yeah, I'm basically a housekeeper. It's kind of weird.
Housekeeper comic.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but I listen to podcasts all day while I'm cleaning. And I'm thinking up jokes, you know, like focusing.
That's what I do at my job.
It's real easy.
He doesn't do shit.
I don't do shit.
And if I
where are you
wake
going
up
to
one
school
day,
for?
Huh?
I don't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Where are you going to school for?
Oh, I went to school for. I ended up getting a history degree. I was gonna go to law school. I thought I was gonna be a teacher at one point, but I was like, I don't want to do that. So I stayed in and I was like, do economics for a year, and I was like, I don't want to be an economist. It's too much calculus. So I ended up that was around the time I decided I was gonna do comedy, like because I was just like done with school, and I've been doing sales. I was doing door-to-door sales for a couple years before I did comedy, so. I thought that might be a good option too, but
door-to-door sales, that's horrible, man.
It's just like comedy though, because you feel nervous before you walk up to that door. You're like, I don't know what they're gonna say.
Oh, I bet.
Do they got a shotgun in here?
Man, I told you guys last time, don't you ever come back here again.
I'm a new guy.
And I'm like, oh, you talk to my employee, I'm the manager, let me help you out. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're like, you better get out of here. They slam the door in your face.
I did that for a little bit. I did that for director.
I think almost everybody, if they haven't, they should.
Yeah,
I have.
There's a couple jobs that everybody should do just to humble them a little bit.
Yeah, man. Well, it makes you grow a pair, man. So you know what I mean? Like you ain't afraid to walk up to nobody. You know?
Grow a pair.
Yeah.
I love that term.
It's everything in your instincts is not to walk up to a stranger's door and like you're like I should not be here right now.
And try and take their money.
Yeah.
Just give me your money, I'll leave.
It was crazy. Like I would be like talking to people. There was like I remember one time this lady. I go to their door, did my spiel, you know, like, 5 minutes later, we're, like, in the house, in the bedroom closet. Like,
Whoa.
she's showing me where the, like, security box is. And then she looks at me and she goes, wait a minute, I don't even know who you are. She goes, come on, get out of here.
Well,
Yeah.
she's
You
already
think
brought you
I-
in there.
I was like, well, the fact that like I haven't attacked you yet.
You're like in your underwear and stuff like, oh, we're not gonna do this.
Yeah, that pretty much shows that I'm not a bad guy. If I was, like, I think this would
Shirt's
be the
off
cue.
already.
This would be my cue to grab something and like hit you with it. But, like I haven't done that yet.
Ted Bundy shit.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna call the cops. And I'm like, so then my manager showed up and she yelled at him. It was pretty funny. She called me
What
out.
the hell?
She's like, you guys just can't be walking on people's houses. And I was like, oh.
Well, she's the one who took you into her house.
I'm like, why are you so scared? Maybe you need a security system.
Yeah. See, you was just proving a point.
I
You know?
was.
Look how easy it is.
Now,
Ma'am.
there's
Give me
no
your money.
cure. There's no cure for stupid, you know. But you know, at least it'll be on camera when something happens because her dumbass was the one who let you walk into the house and
yeah.
show you around.
Well,
Anyway,
you know, and I had like a thing that she could look up and prove that I was really work for the company and that you know I like would make sure people see that. But she just seemed so like fine with it in the beginning. I didn't think there was no need, and like you know she wasn't so worried about it.
You didn't show credentials or anything.
Yeah.
Straight to the bedroom. I
I had that
can't
like white privilege thing going on where she was like, oh, he's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
think
white
that Ted
privilege
Bundy
we
thing
get.
really messed up a lot of dudes. You know, a lot of people that were doing door to door that looked
Yeah.
like him, like before that whole Netflix thing, like where that stuff came out with him, like you know what I mean, all the documentaries. And now people are probably like, oh no, get out of here. You know what I mean?
None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Before, I'm pretty sure, like throughout the United States, before people used to stop and help somebody if they needed help on the side of the road. But now nobody will be like, I'm not gonna stop and help that person out.
Yeah, the sad thing is, but people would, but it's not even after like Ted Bundy happened. It was after like the movies came out. You know what I mean? And now they're like, oh man, no,
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I know.
well.
That's human trafficking. I know it.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was working at the hospital, because I used to work at AMH, Arlington
I know
Memorial.
what it is.
When I was working there, they actually had an incident where a nurse was kidnapped by somebody in the parking garage. The guy apparently lured her to his trunk somehow, and then he knocked her out and threw her in the trunk. Later on, she turned out to be okay, but still, that was crazy. That happened right
She
there.
just walked back into
Free
work the
mimosas,
next
lady.
day.
Free mimosas in my trunk.
Is that where I got this bump?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, you know, Arlington Memorial, it's in that area, it's in downtown Arlington. That used to not be the best area at all, because, you know, you used to have, like, Beach Street. We used to have, like, a bunch of hookers and
I
know, I
used
missed
to,
that.
They go.
Yeah, they used to be walking
I
around.
don't know where they went. I think they went to Fort Worth.
I used
They
to
did
sell
do Fort Worth
security systems
status.
right here. Like I've been in this neighborhood selling security systems before. I worked mostly Fort Worth and Arlington.
Was it Brinks? Or what was that?
No, it was
ATA?
ADT, but they took over Brinks. So
Okay.
like they kind of own Brinks now.
Uh,
Well, they own a lot of the.
I have one of those signs, even though I don't have.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
People
think
be
that's
like,
everybody, right?
people are like, hey man, like, it's like I'm not
have
interested
the
in.
sign.
He's got the
signing
dog
up. And I'm
sign.
like, all right.
Well, I
and
guess
he
we
goes,
got dogs.
How much for one of them signs?
I'm good on the system.
You sell science, bro?
Oh yeah.
I need about 10, bro.
I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
By the way, Gump, it is good to have you back for a podcast. It's been a little
Fuck
while.
out of here.
So, yeah,
I don't know
just
this
trying to
guy.
be nice.
Yeah, whatever.
I kind of miss the guy. He's a little bit of a douche, but I kind of miss him for a podcast.
What a gay.
Yeah, I'm almost.
Let's keep going forward. God damn it, you're fucking up the
I
vibe.
love my brother.
Fuck out of here.
Queer.
Did you see the fight yesterday? Y'all watch
I did
UFC?
watch the fight.
I heard about him.
I did watch the
I didn't
fight.
get to see it.
What happened to you?
Huh? Man, I went to sleep at like 8. Dude, I was fucking tired.
Oh,
And I wake up at 4
well,
in
you
the morning
know,
on the weekends. So.
Anthony Fink came to watch it. You know Anthony Fink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came. He was.
Oh, so he did show up?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did
Yeah.
it? You didn't message me.
I told you. You said what time did the fight start? I said 9.
You didn't say 9. You just went, you
That's
just
it,
went,
just like
it's
that.
9.
Nine.
Pointing
Sounded
at
like
his
a
crotch
German,
when you
man.
say 9.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony wants me to go to that gym that he goes to.
Oh, the
He's trying to
jiu-jitsu
get me to
gym?
come down there. Yeah, because he does.
Yeah, he does BJJ there.
Yeah,
I think he's a blue belt. That's pretty high.
Yeah, he's been doing it, I guess, for a while.
I love that.
I always wanted to. Like, I was a state wrestler and stuff, and I got into like some boxing training for a while, but I never did jiu-jitsu.
You should do it. It's fun.
I really want to do it.
He's just gay and likes to touch guys though.
He's like, you should do it.
Hey, let's wrestle.
He's like, we don't
Let's
need
do it
to-
right now on camera, bro.
He's like,
Right now.
Take your shirt off,
He's
dude.
gonna be rewinding it later. Yeah, that's what I grabbed. You sicko.
That's the whole reason I have
See, we
this
caught him.
podcast. The whole reason I have this podcast is to quietly
I like to turn the heat
talk
up.
people into doing
I like to get real sweaty.
BJ, yeah, it's great.
Turn up the heat.
Doesn't work unless you're sweating.
This one's called
Actually,
Tops.
it's way better when you're not sweating, but yeah.
No, I swear this is a real move.
What is it called? The wrestling move? The grease the monkey? What is it?
Nah, they check the oil.
Check the oil. That's what it's called.
Yeah. What is that?
That's a thumb in the ass.
Someone's got you down there and they're getting your guard, and you just.
Yeah, they finger the asshole to make them squirm out of something. I don't know.
How is this not against the
All's
rules?
fair in love and
And
war.
it's not against the rules as long as
No,
the
I'm
referee doesn't
talking
see
about
it.
these rules.
Oh, these?
No, it's not. You can say that. It's not
I'm like, did we cross them?
I don't think
No.
I'm allowed to say gay. I break these every day. Like every time I'm on.
Nothing illegal.
Have we said
No.
anything?
I think
we
I
haven't
already
said
wrote that
anything.
one.
we first.
What's
at the very start.
It was oregano. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm a cook.
Um,
I'm also a chef.
how long did you live in Denver for?
I don't know, probably like 6 or 7, 8 months, something like that.
Okay.
I was in my van up there, and it was nice and cool at night around this time of year throughout the summer, and then it started snowing, and I got back here, and I was like,
You ain't going.
Where you stay at
and
right now?
I got hooked on drugs here, so I was like, why? I'm not gonna go be hooked on drugs up in Denver now.
Denver is cool.
It's not what I came here to do.
Yeah, and then I actually want to go spend some more time back there again because like when I was out there, it was good for me. When I first went out there, I didn't know anybody, so I was really lonely. Like I was out there like in a van every night, like just laying down, you know. Like I've been talking to a girl, but she would just stop talking to me at some point in the night, like 8 or 9 o'clock. So then I'm just laying there like going out of my freaking head.
That's probably where her husband got home.
Been there.
Can't talk to you no more.
That's
You
an
sure
early
stop talking to me
bedtime.
at 8.
Yeah, exactly. That bitch is not asleep, bro.
No, she's not.
What a whore.
Bitch, you didn't sleep for 10
Yeah,
hours.
like 3 in the
I know you're awake.
No, you don't hear back until like 6 the next afternoon. You're like, oh god. But yeah, I was like, just it was a lot of suffering, man. Like, you know, it was way harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to just quit. Like a month into it, I was like, I just want to go back to Dallas, move back into my house. You know what I mean? And I was wishing I had done it, but then I couldn't go back. I was like, it's like my pride. I was like, dude, I gotta stay out here. You know, and I got way better out there. Like I grew a lot from it. It was really hard because a lot of the mics are real. They're grinders, you know what I mean?
A lot of mics are grinders.
Yeah, some of the ones like I kind of made my mic similar to all the different mics. I kind of took it from everything, put one mic together, and try to make it. You know, I try to make it something good though, where people will have fun every week. Where we might, you know, that way people don't go in there and just because if you're like just already mad, you're gonna stand around and wait.
There's a lot of guys who are like that, man.
Yeah, but if you have a good hang, it's like Sunday night, it's late, you know, everybody can drink, have a little fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just we kind of rip on each other during the mic, you know, and like the
That's
people yell at
pretty much
you.
what we do.
I let the crowd yell at them. I'm like, this is where you're gonna learn it. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, I'm like, no, have enough, like, dude. You know?
Yeah, you know, I actually wanted to do that at some point. Be like, do a couple of sets with certain comics and be like, hey, do you mind if I do a little light heckling? You know, just to have some fun. Cause
They
I
do
feel
that.
like,
At Tin Panther, they used to do the heckle set.
they did.
Yeah, where
Did they stop? Or
I think so, but bro, when I first walked in and didn't know that
yeah.
what it was, I was like, what's going on, dude? I was like,
Why
why
people-
is everyone yelling?
I don't think we're being such an asshole towards it.
because like all of a sudden like Jorge comes like rolling into the room on an office chair. He's like rolling across the floor from one room into the showroom. He's like, woo. As soon as like David Millar goes on stage, right, and David Millar had like his keys around his neck, and
Yeah.
he was like a Planet Fitness T-Shag right there. Yeah. David Millar, he was a big guy. I think he's also maybe he was a big guy. And you know, he'd been going to the gym. He was trying to get in shape, but it was a heckle set, and he signed up for it. So you're asking for it. you
Yeah.
know? So Jorge rolls in there, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, he's like, why don't you use that gym? What's that gym tag around your neck for, you fat fuck? It was something similar to that. I probably butchered it, but dude, he went in on him, and everyone was like, "Oh!" And then I heard somebody yell at him.
Yeah.
And then somebody yelled at him, and he's just like, "You guys are mean." And
Oh man.
yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, it's a heckle set." So as soon as I heard that, like that was the most funnest night. Because there was no limits to it at first.
Yeah.
It was kind of when the UFC first started, and there was just like 10 dudes just fucking like
Hitting crotch only.
I'm like pitching each other in balls.
All crotch shots.
There was actually a guy, it's funny you say that, there was actually a guy who reached up into another guy's shorts and grabbed his ball and just crushed him.
And he's the first
That's
champion.
how bad the rules
stage?
were.
So the
Yeah.
first UFC
No,
won
in UFC.
That's
yeah.
how
no.
That's how UFC won the finish.
Man, that sounds like a badass compilation. UFC nut crunch.
I swear to God,
UFC nut crunch.
the first one of those like ultimate fighting things I saw was like insane. They were in this real cage, dude.
Yeah,
they were
were insane.
There was like one guy in there trying to control it all, and I was like, they had a long way to go.
They would have anybody fight anybody, like just a sumo wrestler versus like
No weight classes.
jujitsu
no way
guy.
classes,
Yeah.
man.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah,
For
dude.
real.
It's changed a lot, but I mean, it's the sports has evolved a lot. But I mean, those days there was still something hilarious about that time period, though. The
Funny
early
how we were
90s,
talking
man.
about that. I was like going somewhere else.
But yeah, okay. Have you ever heard of David Tell's and Jeff Ross's Bumping Mics?
Yeah, I haven't really watched it really.
Well, they kind of do that style where they'll do their set together, but then other comics will kind of heckle them a little bit, light heckling, fun heckling. And I was like, man, that sounds like amazing. Like, I wish we could kind of do something similar to that because we're all kind of friends. We all see each other all the time.
And the beauty of it is like if someone gets really good at like crowd work, but also like dealing with a heckle, then you learn how to when you hear something.
Mm-hmm.
People think it's like the first thing they should do is fire right back at me. I gotta do something about this right now. And it's like, no, man, just sit there for a second and like let the words go into your head, let the wheels turn.
John, do you want your water real quick?
Oh yes, thank you. You know,
Oh yeah, I'm good.
and
You got more water?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, give me water, you jerk.
yeah, whenever you give yourself time to think, you're more likely to think of something funnier to say back. And sometimes I give people 2 or 3 heckles so that if I'm already looking at you, I'm already in my head. I can do my material on autopilot. So while I'm doing my material, I'm really just thinking of like, what am I going to say to her? And she yells out at me again. And so I start looking at her, like picking out things I want to say. Who's her husband? What's going on here? And then by the 3rd time she like heckles me, I'm like, you ain't gonna stop till I talk to you, huh? And then like at that point, I can go in on her, and she's not gonna be near as prepared as me. Cause, like, so
You got the bullets already loaded.
yeah,
You're loading the clip as you're going.
Yeah,
Keep
every
talking,
Joe
bitch.
Texas, like,
Another
Every
word.
time she says, every time she says that,
You don't want the 9, you want the AK, you whore.
One time, I there was it was like a college football game going on. I think it was Alabama was playing someone, and this guy obviously didn't want to be at the comedy club. Like I think his girlfriend drug him there, but he was in the front row with his feet up on the stage like this. But he had his cell phone between his knees like this, and he was watching the football game right in the front, dude. So sold out room and everything, right? And I'm like in the middle of like doing the set, and I look down and see it. And I was doing guest spots like I was doing last night and everything. I wasn't really on the bill. I was just there to do a spot.
Thanks, man.
And so I only had like 5 minutes. And so I did the whole 5 minutes just trying to get him off this phone.
For real?
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna stop talking to you until you get off that phone. I was like, you think you're coming here and watch a football game in front of this place? I was like, this ain't gonna happen, bro. I was like, so then like I was like, come on, man. And like eventually he was like, and then he like threw the phone on the table and like the crowd started cheering and stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
That's
Like
cool.
but I knew I was like, dude, this isn't my show, so it's kind of my job to take the bullet and like I'm gonna use my set to get this guy off his phone. You know what? I looked over the whole night. That guy was laughing and having a good time the rest of the show. And on the way out, I was like, "You having a good time?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I knew it." And like, but he wasn't mad at me. You know what I mean? He was at first, but dude, that game wasn't even close. It was like I was just watching it.
That's why he was mad.
I was just watching it. It was
It's like, alright, fuck it.
It was 28 to 7.
Don't care anyways.
I knew it too. I was like, "What's the score? Is it still 28-7?" He was like, like that. And I was like, "Oh man, what a nail fighter!" But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. Like,
That's cool.
but that stuff, when you have like the skills and the experiences like that you've already been through that stuff, and so later on, like, you know, someone yells something out, and especially when you're friends, then you kind of know how to time it. You know when the right time to say something is and how that's gonna work. And, you know, but when you're new, like some people are pretty good at it in the beginning, and then some people just get so nervous, you know, and it takes them a while to become themselves.
I've been told personally by other people that if I can get a reaction from the crowd, I'm really good at working with that.
Yeah.
So I kind of, I mean, I do like doing like kind of, I guess, shock-ish type of comedy, and some things are kind of, how would you say?
Yeah, I've seen your set. I'm just kidding. Edgy?
You've never seen them.
I saw you not too long ago.
Some of them are kind of, you know, they're kind of a little bit conflicted-ish.
Yeah.
So, but I do what I'm going to do, but...
That's what I say, like, because like Dave Chappelle would say, like, there's a line that a lot of comedians, we all kind of have to tread on that line, and to get to that line, you sometimes have to cross it.
Yeah.
But you got to figure out where it's worth it and where it isn't. Like, if you're not enjoying saying words and because people aren't buying into it.
Have you ever crossed the line before?
Yeah. There's been a couple times where I was like, oops. I mean, you know, I didn't say the N-word on stage or nothing like that, you know what I mean?
I said the N-word one time.
This is what happened to me one time. And this was a total accident. It was the first time I went up at Arlington Improv. I just started. And, you know, Arlington Improv is predominantly black people in that room, right? And so, like, I was, like, one of the only white people in there. And I go up on stage, and the crowd had just been real quiet. No one was laughing, you know. Nobody was doing it. So, I go up on stage, and I was like, all right, man. I was like, y'all gonna have to wake up, you know. I was like, I know it's dark in here and everything, but I was talking about the lighting. But then, like, they were all like, whoa! Like, banging on the table and shit. And I was like, no, that's not what I meant. You know, that's not what I meant. And they were laughing so hard. And like,
that's what they wanted to hear.
And then
Man.
I ate shit the rest of the set. I didn't do any good, and then I went to go off stage, and Jacob was there, but he's the Dallas manager now, but he didn't know me then.
Yeah.
But as I was walking off the stage, he played this shit. It was like, you know?
Oh, man.
And everyone was like, ah!
Cold blooded.
Yeah,
man.
so I didn't go back there for a year, and then I finally went back.
Yeah. You were off for a year because of that, or
I
just
stopped
because
going
you
to
didn't
the
go?
I didn't go there for another year because I was so embarrassed. Like, I was like, man, what a bad
For a
set.
year, you were so embarrassed that you wouldn't go to improv for a year.
Well, yeah, when I walked off stage, they made me feel like an idiot. I was like, I don't want to go back there. But then, like, I decided that, like, I wasn't going to not be a part of any comedy, you know, clubs that went around there. And I was just going to have to go back up there and try again, you know?
Yeah, because I think, funny note, you say that. I think you were one of the comics that I saw the first time, one of the ones that were actually funny. Because I remember with you, Hannah O'Brien, she did okay. But I get where, you know, I kind of got her stick kind of quickly. And then, come on, I know his name, Casillas. Tony Casillas was funny to me. A few of the other guys were kind of like, but I do specifically remember you guys, the first time that I went to go check out the improv to see if I would do it.
Well, it's crazy because, you know, when I came back there, because it wasn't because, like, I grew up in, like, a black neighborhood, so I wasn't, like, intimidated by a black crowd or anything, but I just felt like, man, like, they're going to think I'm ridiculous again. I'm walking right back in there. They're going to laugh me right the fuck back off the stage. You know what I mean? So I went in there, and I was ready. I had, like, better jokes written already. And because I'd been doing comedy other places, you know, so I kind of got prepared and went back in more prepared. And then, like, I did great. And so I kept going back. And then I met a bunch of people. And the funniest thing is, man, you know, that really bad first experience there, that was one of the worst things. That was one of the worst sets I'd ever had, where I was so, like, just, like, you know, what was I doing? Why did I say that? You know what I mean? I felt like an idiot. But then, like, you know, go back to, like, what was it? Like, it was, like, last year, I was, like, doing the Kevin Hart audition thing at the same place, on the same stage that I had, like, embarrassed myself. I was going auditioning for a Comedy Central show. So I was like, it's really weird how everything works. And so, you know, finding those ways to look at things that way, it kind of makes me, because you actually acknowledge yourself overcoming an obstacle. Or it was like, now, like, you know, I'll go there all the time and perform. I do shows there all the time, and it's like, I didn't want to go back in there because I was so embarrassed that first time. But, you know, it was just like comedy. You got to face that fear.
Mm-hmm.
Go back up on
It's dark in here.
They
like that one though, man.
But,
Just kept on going
but
like that.
that's what look. In retrospect, I had realized that like it was so funny because they saw me go, "Oh shit, what did I just say?" And they were just laughing, kind of like, "This motherfucker is so scared right now. Look at that." And so like I was like, but everything was like relaxed after that for a second. Like I was like, okay, cool. Like they're not mad at me. Like I didn't mess up or anything. But I went to go tell my jokes, and none of them were funny. So there was more of this like,
Well, damn.
it was more getting laughs like that aren't it's funny because of me here. It's pitying and there's kind of a difference.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's an interesting world that we kind of put ourselves into. But Pre-K, you as far as the radio goes, I know you're not actually talking. You don't see the audience, but they're there. They call in. What? How'd you get into radio, first of all?
Man, I was.
And can I ask you another question?
What's up?
You're like a big baller, big pimp, and you got that badass ring. Why do you have that 1980s watch on?
It's clean.
Hey, I was checking it out. That's just dope. Is that a Casio?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's a
No,
Fuck yeah.
my grandpa had that watch when he was in the 60s.
That's
Your
it.
grandpa was fly, man. What you mean? Your grandpa probably had all of those.
That was 40
Hell
years
yeah,
ago.
he did. He had a wife and a girlfriend. What's up? Man, how you gonna clown on grandpa?
Because he's dead. No,
He's not dead. That boy old as hell.
I'm sorry.
He's 100 years old.
I couldn't. I had to say something. I couldn't keep the conversation. I noticed that. I was like, wait.
Hey, they still sell those calculator ones too, man. They're Casios.
Hell yeah, I got a gold calculator Casio.
Damn.
Well,
Where'd you
the
get that
gold,
from?
that's kind of pretty pimping. The gold one, But like,
I've seen the
But
silver
it's-
ones.
It's old school.
Let me just calculate how many of these I can afford.
Yeah.
Well, they're $20 each. So
How many fucks I give about a motherfucker not liking my watch?
oh,
fuck uns. That's what
see, we can all be comics. Why not? Let's go try it out.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, but like, how'd you get into the radio business?
Man, I went to school, TCC, shout out,
Yeah.
TCC, Tarrant County College, on my, underachievers, and,
I went.
everybody that ain't got no university money.
Yeah.
I went there too for a little while.
Yeah, I went for
Hell
one
yeah.
semester. It's not for me.
I tried to get my. I went to try to see if I could get my nursing degree, and I could not input.
fuck with it.
That stuff is just too much. I never learned how to study in school, so I'm the one of those guys where I have to do something repeatedly, and you only get 2 chances for.
That's what studying is, bro.
Yeah.
No, some people
I
study.
like to do
You read that shit
repeatedly,
repeatedly.
I like to put the effort
but some
into
people
it,
can like cram, and some people like cram all night and they retain all that information, go back.
But they're
take
going over
these
there
steps.
and they're going
I can't do that. I cannot do that. Yeah, I'm more of a hands-on type.
Yeah, in the
Even
past, I would take Adderall.
then, Adderall wasn't
Sitting
that
there,
big of a
oh
thing
shit,
when
it's
I was
tax
younger.
time. I'm ready.
We're not condoning Adderall use, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
No,
in
don't
the
do it.
past.
Well, I mean, unless you have a prescription, but I wouldn't recommend snorting it.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Don't follow my example. But I got into radio because I went to TCC for broadcasting classes. They have a good program out there in the Northeast, out in Hearst, and I needed an internship,
Yeah.
and I was lazy. I was like, man, I'll get an internship whenever, and then I waited till the last minute. I'm like, man, who can I intern with? And somebody had an intern previously with the John Clay Wolfe show. So,
Oh, yeah?
They'll take you on board.
So you tell me the John Clay Wolfe show is like the last of the like it's like the last choice offer.
I mean, not necessarily. I wanted to be like 97.9 K104,
Yeah.
105.7 Quiet Storm kind of shit.
I know that dude,
But,
Michael Sean on there.
We unaware.
Mm-hmm.
He's on K104.
Yeah.
Flo put me with him one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was really cool. Really
Yeah, but
cool.
I had emailed like 97.9 and all that, but they wasn't trying to put me
Nah.
as an intern. So I was like, man, where can I do this at? And So they suggested John Clay Wolfe show. I was like, hell yeah, I like that.
Well, shit, it worked out perfectly
Yeah,
for you,
exactly,
huh, man?
exactly. It couldn't have gone no other way. You
That
know,
those bits that you guys do are some of my favorite ones. I'm of course, because not just because I'm a comic, but I do like I like all things funny, all types of different things that are funny. You know, I don't like when it comes to like TV shows or whatever. I prefer funny things. You know,
Comedy over drama.
yeah, with comedy
Oh, yeah.
over drama. But not just any kind of comedy, like, stupid-ish guy kind of comedy, mostly.
yeah, dumb shit. Yeah.
And that's right up my alley. That show's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
hilarious. The only thing is, I don't work on Saturdays anymore, so I don't wake up in time to listen. Because I used to call in. Remember that? I used to call in, right?
Yeah.
That's how.
What's up? Y'all gotta come to my show, man. I'm like, where you at? You're like,
Yeah, I used to call in. One of the funnier ones was when you guys they had issues with your bit, the white, black, Latino, or other. You want to explain to John and the listeners real quick what that is?
Yeah, my bit that they did. I started off, they would just put me on air because I'm a big personality. A lot of, they call me like white, black boy, all that shit, but. That's just how I move, man. So they saw that I was interested, and they started putting me on air. And they had done that bit before I got there.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like Bobo and JD and John doing it. And then they said, "Man, you're perfect for this."
Yeah,
You're
I
perfect
think
for
so.
this
If
shit."
that's perfectly made for you.
Yeah, so you take it over. You find the stories every week and just read them like you would talk, and that's how I did it. And what it is, the bit, I just read a news story, like just some sort of crime story or something.
Yeah.
Then the host asks, have to guess, is it the person white, black, Latino?
You gotta figure out.
That's
the thing.
hilarious.
and dumbass comes in every race, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to tell. I mean, we're just
That's
going
why I
off
like it.
stereotypes.
That's why I laugh.
Yeah, stereotypes are hilarious.
We gotta break this down. Because people
Stereotypes
get upset.
are hilarious.
Is that what y'all said?
What?
Somebody got upset.
Yeah, they did.
Because
People call in all the time and get upset about it?
Yeah. Dude, I don't say no. I've been listening to the show for like 3 years.
We might
But-
get.
But it's kind of dumb because, like, why is there something so wrong with that, right? Because, like, you're stereotyping whatever. It's like, well, you're only upset because they're probably right most of the time. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you can guess the person, it doesn't mean
Look,
that you're being racist. It's just like, you're just trying to doing your best guess. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I love stereotypes.
Yeah, me
Stereotypes
too.
is like my.
Because it's a trip.
It's my get go. I love stereotypes, and I people be like, "Well, you're racist." Like, no, I'm not. Like, if I see a black guy walking down the street, I'm not gonna think that he's gonna rob me. But I for
It's
sure.
one thing to just assume things about him
Yeah,
while
but-
looking at him. But
Yeah.
if you're playing a game and you're trying to guess, like, you know what I mean? That's totally different.
Yeah, but for me, like, I'll be like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure he likes watermelon, and he likes, and he likes red Kool-Aid.
That's a slippery slope.
We don't love watermelon and red Kool-Aid.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Straight up.
I prefer watermelon flavor.
So
You know what I mean?
we assume it when we look at me.
Stereotypes to me are awesome. Stereotypes are so fucking hilarious, especially. Well, not especially because
I
I'm
think
right,
they
but
can
it's
be.
just.
I think they can be dangerous in certain situations.
Yeah, if you
but
take it
but
the
what
wrong
you
way.
guys were doing, I don't think it's.
No, that's hilarious. The way they do it.
Just like Dave Chappelle did it, It's
Oh,
all
hilarious.
about stereotypes, and he's one of the best to ever do it. And,
Oh, yeah.
So I think that whenever you can, create some comedy and discomfort, that's really where you're making it work.
Yeah, and like there was that one time where I guess John had they were working with somebody new, a new radio station who didn't want them to do it anymore, so you guys quit for a little while.
When we went to Cali, we tried the Cali market. Cali wasn't.
They weren't feeling
It wasn't
it, were they,
feeling that
man?
shit. We did it for 1 week, and then we had people jump on. It's like, y'all can't do that shit out there.
And it's
So,
weird, but like, so you guys stopped.
But
But
we
like-
just switched it up. We changed it to what were they on?
Yeah,
So
what
I'll
were they
read a
on?
Story, and then you would guess the drug they're on.
Yeah,
Whether it's
But I
Well,
remember-
that's probably better.
but I-
and all that.
I don't know.
We still do that as well. We do both bits.
yeah. But well, go ahead.
I don't know. I was gonna say I could think about this, and then I might change my mind in like 6 hours. He's like, you know what, man, that shit's racist.
Hey, look, man, as long as it's funny.
But it doesn't sound that like.
It's all in good.
Yeah.
I think
We
that'd
make
be
fun of everybody.
that'd be easier to find out though.
But I almost
Like
think
he
the drug thing would be more
he
fun.
he
What gets
listen,
that.
okay, the guy carjacked stole and shot somebody, what would you think? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we try to stay away from like murder.
Well, I'm just saying that.
He murdered 3.
You know, Billy down the street, he got shot. He jacked Billy's car, shot him in the.
So, all right, we got a double homicide.
Oh, that's definitely
White,
crack,
black,
buddy.
Latino or other.
That's crack.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
Well, did he choke the bitch out first? If he choked her, he definitely
Did he say, "Where's my money"?
What did he say? Where's my money when he did it? Oh shit! It was Wayne Brady.
Oh shit, Wayne Brady. But no, we try to do fun stories. You know, like
Yeah.
I'll try and give you an example, like this one we did last week. This family goes to Walmart. It's a mother, a son, and a dog. A mother, a son, and a dog walk into Walmart, and the mother starts like tearing down displays and putting them in her cart and everything. Then they say, "Hey, you can't do that, bitch!" And kick her out, and she starts doing like karate moves.
Karate moves in the parking lot.
Yeah, like straight up. And so they arrest her and shit. And the dog is in the Walmart grabbing a box of Jiffy cornbread mix and trying to steal that. So even the dog is getting in at this point.
The dog knows, like, oh, it's a rat. We're going in for a lick.
You got the wrong brand.
Jiffy. The fucking malto meal. But and then the son is in the back getting booty buck naked in the back of Walmart. You know, well, it's Walmart. You can't really be surprised. But so he's in the back getting buck naked and putting on new Walmart clothes. Then he gets on one of those little scooters, those 500-pound ladies and all that, and starts chasing customers around.
Like the shopping cart ones?
Yeah.
He got on that.
Which are fun as hell.
Yeah.
I love those things.
They're fun.
But and so the cops say, well, they gotta arrest him too.
Yeah.
So they arrest everybody, and then you just guess.
Yeah, you had to guess what
were
they
they?
were.
White, black, Latino,
Oh.
or other.
Oh,
What would you think?
I thought that was the drugs. I'm like, what was the kid on? I'm over here trying to figure it out. He could have been.
What would
on
you say,
anything.
Gump? What would you think?
That sounds like.
I'd
that sounds like.
say white. Yeah, is it white?
I would say white too, but then again,
Drug
I listened to it earlier today, so I know.
Yeah, and see, sometimes on stories like that, the mayonnaise just leaks through, man. Hell yeah. White folks, shit. My people be-
But it's funny because as soon as I heard Walmart and a family, I was like, yeah, that's white
They
kid.
could work for whatever they on too.
Yeah, they probably were. That's
The dog, the kid.
I think they were saying that they'd be on meth. I heard them saying that.
That's some meth-tastic shit.
Yeah, but like I remember when I called in when you guys were having issues because they wanted to try to rename. John was like, "How can we do it different?" And I called in and I was like, "I know what you guys can do. You can switch the names instead of white, black, Latino, or other, like baked chicken, fried chicken, curry chicken, and then
like chicken enchiladas or something.
and I said like chicken enchiladas, and then I added one more because you guys had talked about upsetting the LGBTQ community, so I was like, and clam chowder, and then they're like,
They love that shit,
yeah,
man. They love that
John
shit.
was all like, dude, that's hilarious. I'm gonna put you right through. You just say that right on, and I said all that, and they all got what the chickens were for.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but what's clam chowder? And what's his name? JD was all like, what's clam chowder? It's like, and I was like, well, that's the LGBT community. Come on now, you can't leave them out. And they're like, oh. And then what's his name? Turley was all like, man. I was like, I don't know if that's okay to say on the radio.
Well, see, yeah, that's what you're talking about, man. You get up to that line.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
you get
man,
up to
that was awesome
Yeah,
that I
you
got a
killed
chance to say that on the radio. It was like
Yeah,
just being goofy and whatnot.
And see, that's the joy in it, man. You know, we just get on there every Saturday morning and just act goofy, man.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what gave it away that it was white?
What?
Is that the kid got on the cart and started chasing people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if he was just stealing, it would have been like, okay, he
For
could
me,
be
it was
anything.
the dog.
White folks bring their dogs in the
Yeah.
Walmart.
I'm picturing this with every single, race with family. I'm like, nothing sticks with the white people with the dog. Man.
Yeah,
the dog,
that's true. Because the
the
black
dog
person's
just
like,
like,
I'm not
"Damn."
taking that foot
The
boy.
dog's a mess too. Do that. He's in the house with him the whole time.
He's the one that pumped up. He drove him there.
Yeah. He's like smelling that shit all
Got
day.
the keys on his collar.
They go to Walmart. He's like, I'm going to.
Like, boy, you grabbed the cornbread.
Yeah.
All right.
That's so
We're still good
funny,
on
man.
time.
Yeah,
Oh man, pre-K. It's fun listening to the show, and to anybody else who's ever interested, yeah, they're on JohnClayWolfShow.com.
Yeah, JohnClayWolf.com.
I actually listened to the show on Podbean.
Yeah. You can go to JohnClayWolf.com.
Do you know what some of my favorite bits are?
What's that?
Tony Romo's dad,
Yeah.
Romero Romo, or whatever they call him, and then
Which is just Mexican stereotypes.
yeah, it's hilarious.
Straight up. See, everything just go back to stereotypes, man.
And I love the way when JD and Bobo kind of like get into it about liberalness and then whatever, all that. It's just hilarious. You ever, if you ever get a chance to listen to that podcast,
I think I listened to that station.
I've listened to it.
92.5 on Saturday.
Not only do I
mornings.
listen to it because it's funny, but I actually sometimes have thought of jokes while listening
What kind
to
of
it.
music do they play?
It's like classic
It's
rock.
classic rock.
Dude, I listen to that station right now on the way over here.
Probably.
Because I have that one right next to like the other rock station.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I'm like, man, if I have
97.1.
ever to hear another Five Finger Death Punch cover, I'm gonna
Oh, man.
I'm like, when's the last time I wrote a song, bro? So like, they're just like crushing it on the covers. But I have like my stations because I listen to like all kinds of music, so I have them all kind of grouped together. And I think that one is on there.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Saturday mornings.
I'll
He's
try
on
to
live. It's dope because sometimes they'll play my music on the show too. You know?
Oh,
That's-
dude, your
I
music.
rap too, so they put that shit out there to such a big market. That shit is a good look, man.
It is. It's I know you got your song "I Ball,"
Yeah.
and then you also
I
got
Ball,
you also got hold on, don't tell me. "I Ball," and then you also got shit. What's the other song that I've heard didn't play for you?
I'm rolling Cadillacs on the.
No, I haven't heard that.
Or maybe the one.
I
did
think
cover
it's a
of
newer
Toto's.
I heard the Toto's one.
Yeah.
What
That
cover?
was pretty cool. He did
I
cover
cover-
Africa.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Africa.
You know what's
sampled
funny?
Africa beat.
Oh,
He
for real?
did it.
Yeah.
He did it, and then that
Weezer
group,
did that
Weezer,
shit.
and then
Yeah.
Weezer comes out later on and says they did it, and
Like
then it's
my
like, man,
style.
he was first.
Weezer, I'm calling y'all out. If y'all watching this shit, y'all stole my swag, man. For real. Weezer, I'm coming.
The funny
for
thing
y'all
was, like,
motherfuckers,
I
man.
remember-
Fuck y'all and y'all sweaters.
I heard the Weezer version, and I was like, this is a different one? I was like,
Yeah, it's actually pretty.
Same. That's the other one.
Toto Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like both of them though. I like your version. I like Weezer's version. And I like the original version. Yeah, actually, good covers.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard sometimes to get good covers. You know, sometimes people fuck them up. They don't sound too right.
Yeah, like I saw some of that Five Finger Death one. They I think they do that. They have one that they did.
You know what I really,
Recent one.
you know what I really don't like? I really don't like when a band does a cover, and that cover becomes their
More
most
popular.
popular song. And it happened with me with when I listened to
That Disturbed song.
Disturbed.
man.
Yes, Disturbed. Disturbed is
Sound,
okay.
Sound of Silence.
I never really liked them that much, but then the Sound of Silence came out, and everybody loved it. And then
I
now,
like the other one.
now I don't know if you noticed, but now they've changed the way they do the music. He's gone a little more softer now.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, oh man,
Used to
why you gonna let one hit change the way you think of music? It's like, but whatever. I mean, I'm not a
Yeah, they
musician.
gotta chase the money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. They saw that thing go number 1. They said, oh, y'all like that soft shit.
Like doing covers.
Yeah.
He took out one piercing.
It's an album.
We got all these good songs already right here. Why are we talking about? We can make all the money.
I was like, why?
That's like if
why
I'm
create
like,
songs?
they're like, you ready to do your special? I'm like, yeah, but I'm just gonna do all the jokes that he did.
I was gonna go for a tell.
That does not
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Man.
I've been at the beach for like a year.
Hey, I was wondering about that. Since you've been in comedy here in the area longer than I have you ever seen any problem where you see a comic stealing another comic's bit?
I don't think that happens a lot. I think that people write jokes, and then other people write jokes, and sometimes people write the same joke. And there's a comic that, like, there was one point that 3 comics all wrote the same exact joke, and it was
What?
a long one too, yeah. And it's about what's that place? The Asian food place?
Panda Express?
No, like similar. Genghis Grill.
Genghis Grill.
They're about Genghis Grill and about
That
how
place sucks.
about how he was, it's like Chinese food or something, but like he like killed a bunch of Chinese people.
Oh yeah.
You know
What?
I mean? Like, yeah. Because, like,
Was
you
this
know,
like a
Genghis
news
Khan
story
goes
or
on
something?
What?
No,
Is this like a news
Genghis Khan.
story?
The
Oh,
conqueror.
Genghis Khan the
killed a bunch
Conqueror.
of
Yeah.
Chinese people, but they have a place called Genghis Grill that where they sell Chinese food. You know? So, but they have,
Is this chopped up?
But it
Asians?
goes on into like a place
Conquers
called
them up.
a place called Hitler's Chicken and Waffles. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it goes on, but everyone wrote the same exact joke.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if you.
But not only one comic does it; they all agreed that he could do the joke and that they would also do it.
Oh.
But I had a joke that I wrote.
Yeah.
Thought I wrote it, but then like I've just recently seen it popping up on memes and shit everywhere, and it's like.
Fucking Google's
Yeah, but
listening
does
to
that
you, bro.
mean does that mean that you
Fucking
can't tell
Google.
the joke? Or
Well,
what do you- how do you
I
feel
don't
about
like doing that because if I see that, then it like and I go and tell that joke at my show, then the crowd might like be like, "You stole that off the internet,"
And my
and they'll
mom's
lose
seen that
respect
meme.
for me.
Yeah.
They'll think I didn't, even though I feel like I wrote it because I thought it up, but then like it came up over here too.
Yeah.
And
I have once you're done, I have a funny story about that too, about like same way type of thinking. Cause, remember when that Jesse Smollett thing happened? And do you know what that is?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That guy off of Empire that said that a bunch of people beat his ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I was
that
saying.
music
I
video is
don't know.
hilarious.
Well,
The case is still pending, so
Well-
I don't know.
I thought they let him go.
Well, I don't know.
I thought they
I
let
heard,
him
I heard
That's-
they
I
put
just-
charges on him and they dropping him and then all.
Okay,
it's
well,
just a mess.
I had
I don't
okay.
know all the details, but I kind of heard about it.
Yeah,
The-
well,
the
I
gay
I did
Tupac, right?
I did a little side segment on my
Doesn't he go by
podcast.
Gay Tupac or something?
I don't know. He called himself Gay Tupac. I did a side segment where it's called Rudy Rambles, and I was talking about the Smollett because I was just like, I'm just gonna talk about whatever. And then I started thinking while I was talking about that situation, I was like, you know what? Excuse me. I was like, where do you even find a noose anymore? I was like, who even knows how to make a noose like that old school type of
Oh,
noose?
yeah,
Because he
yeah.
had that wrapped
Yeah.
around his neck, and
It's just
I
complicated.
said that, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck. I was like, who? It was stupid the fact that he was walking around with a noose. He was in the subway with the noose on. Who would keep a noose on them if they were in that situation? And then I started going off on like how do you even find a noose now anyway? I was like, I haven't seen one of those. Blah blah. It's in fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. And then I put then I broadcasted the episode, and then I listened to Bill Burr, Monday Morning Podcast. Have you heard that one?
Yeah. I don't listen to all of them, but I know what you're talking
Okay, and then he said the exact same thing on his podcast. He's like, I was like, where the fuck do you even find the news? I don't even know where to find one of those fucking news. It's so stupid. And I was just like, oh my god. I was like, I am so glad I put that out before him. And I would hate to sound like I'm copying his.
That's because like it's weird how that works because like I think every comic has that like, oh no, everyone's gonna think I stole a joke or something like that, and even if you didn't do anything wrong, you still feel that fear that people are gonna look at you that way.
Yeah, because
That's why I
it's
don't do
true
the
where
jokes.
you can do certain things in certain situations, topical, especially with topical comedy.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, because it's everybody's game.
it is, and it's hard to like. It's not. I'm not saying it's hard to stay away from that, but it's like it's hard to determine any like where your stuff is different from somebody else's stuff, or if you're doing the same thing. Let's just say you guys even thought the same exact joke. Where do you go off by saying who was first? You know?
Oh yeah. Well, it's like you just gotta look at it, and to me, I look at it is the punchline the same? Is it basically the same joke, or is it like about the same thing but totally different joke?
Yeah.
You know, and like for me, it's like if I go after someone who does a joke that's similar to mine, then I'm probably not gonna do my joke because it's my responsibility going after the person that's before me to change my material and just adapt it. You know what I mean? But if I go first, then it's on them. They're gonna have, they want to do their joke, go ahead. But it's probably the steam's probably gonna be gone because I've already done that topic, and people are gonna be like, they check out. If someone's up there doing 5 minutes about going to the gym, and then another person comes out to talk about the gym, people are like, oh, we already just heard about this.
We heard about the
know.
gym.
Yeah.
Y'all go together.
I struggle with.
People will tell me, they're like, hey, so and so stole your joke. And I'm like, no. I was like, maybe they accidentally wrote the same joke as me. It's happened to me in both ways, where I wrote a joke, thought I wrote it, and realized like, oh, I probably heard that person say it and just didn't realize it. And I don't think a lot of people. I mean, there are people that steal a whole act. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people really intentionally steal jokes. I think a lot of times people just are ready to, people want an enemy and like, oh, let's all like get on this person and go like, here, joke deep or something. I don't think that happens a lot. I think a lot of people just have a lot of parallel thought.
I'm glad that doesn't happen in with our group of people. Because I don't know if you feel this way, but I do. I feel like we're a certain community right now. We're all kind of within that certain level where we're striving to be better, and we're kind of, even though you're like 4 years ahead of me, I can learn a lot from you.
But we're not like that far apart relatively. Like if we're
no.
both sitting there next to like Ben Creed's been doing this for 42 years.
Yeah.
But if we're both sitting next to him, what's the difference between 1 year and 2 year, whatever year? I don't remember how.
I wouldn't say much. I mean,
what's the difference between your distance and then what to his? Like, that's not a whole lot of difference. Like, we're both pretty new in his eyes.
yeah.
So
we're both pretty new.
But yeah, it's very fraternal. Like, it's like a lot of camaraderie because we're all in the trenches together. We're all going up there. And, either eating shit or putting our, making sacrifices in our lives. We're all struggling with relationships.
Yeah.
And mental issues. Because a bunch of us have mental problems and got.
A bunch of us have a lot of
You
mental
gotta
problems.
lift them in your car.
That's what makes good comedy, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They don't want to hear about a boring.
Yeah, I mean, all great comedies in one way or another have had something pretty crazy in their life that they led them to comedy to begin with. I would say. Now there's always gonna be that one person like, oh, everything, my life's been perfect, and like, oh, the outlier. I would say there always is the outlier to where they've done comedy and nothing there, but like for the most part, yeah, most of us are pretty fucked up in the head at one point or another.
Because we're like looking for attention. We're out here like.
Yeah, we're kind of attention whores. Yeah, a little bit.
It's like I feel more comfortable standing in front of like 200 people than I do like. Just sitting out, just like even like this, because it's a few people. Because like when you're having a conversation, there's like etiquette involved, and you gotta be like on top of yourself. Especially for like me, I like my brain's like squirrel cage. So like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm over here like, am I doing anything wrong? Is everything cool? Like, you know what I mean? But when you're on stage, nobody else is supposed to be talking but me. So like, I'm like, this is like my turn.
Yeah.
I don't gotta worry about nothing. Y'all just shut up and listen.
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
And you know what? That happens a few times where you're on stage, and I know I've done it before where I'm like, you know what? You guys say whatever you want. Doesn't matter because I'm the one with the mic, so my voice is booming no matter what you guys say.
Mm-hmm.
My voice is gonna be louder than you guys, and you can say whatever you want, but it's not gonna matter because it's my turn to talk and it's my turn to say anything I want up here. And I don't know if that's like an ego thing.
You're definitely power tripping.
Or but you know what?
The one with the mic.
But sometimes,
There can only be one.
But sometimes you have to
it's
because
an entitlement because you've been like waiting for hours to go up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
for a few minutes.
Yeah,
and so once
man.
they're trying to fuck it up, it's like, man, you just not know. I've been here all night.
Yeah.
It's
You
my
gotta lay it all
turn.
down. You gotta lay it down. You
But
gotta let
then-
them know, hey, I'm the motherfucker telling the jokes. Okay.
It's like, no.
yeah, you just have to, and as far as for me, I do have to learn how to not be mad and say it's my turn, but be like, hey, it's my turn.
Imagine like.
Doesn't matter what you say, I'm gonna do what I do.
Assertive.
Imagine
Yes.
trying to,
Not
Right.
aggressive.
you're trying to go to school to be a doctor, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're like, all right, you need to show up at 8 o'clock. Class is gonna start about 12. 12 or 1 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
We don't know really, but then we're gonna go from about we'll say we start at 1 o'clock, we'll end at 1:05, and we'll come back tomorrow. Like you basically wait all that time and do 5 minutes of training,
Yeah.
and then go home and come back tomorrow and come wait for 3 or 4 more hours, and do 5 more minutes of training. You'll graduate in 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You graduate 20
Come on, be a doctor.
If you're any good, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like what makes it. Why is that okay? Why do we keep doing this shit?
I don't know.
We should quit.
We should. We just quit.
Fuck it.
We just open up our own little city of people who are just funny.
I was like, why are we doing this podcast no more? I ain't gonna be kidding.
Well, it's funny because you start off saying how you're nervous in situations and like when you first came on the podcast, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna be kind of nervous, and I was all like, really? Are you gonna be really nervous? Are you just saying that, or you were like,
Oh yeah, I was just kind of joking, but
yeah.
Especially like when I first was doing a podcast, like ever, doing one, I was like afraid to talk because like I'm thinking like this is gonna be out there. You know what I mean? Like, what if I say something dumb? You know what I mean? Like,
I'll say the dumb
it's
stuff.
real weird.
Save the dumb stuff for me.
You know what I'm saying, man? We're here to say dumb stuff.
It's a final draft and the first draft at the same time. So like, woo. But then I get comfortable and I just realize that like, I don't say a whole lot of dumb stuff in real life. That's like that damn.
Yeah.
Thing, you know what I mean? So
You know what? Okay, not to interrupt your story, but like I know exactly what you're saying. Where like you're in a situation, and even though it's being recorded, if you don't have like any kind of inner malice to begin with,
right.
nothing really is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Now with that saying, I was at a Halloween party, and I'm gonna say where because I don't know if people are listening that were there, but I was at it was a Christmas party. My bad, a Christmas party, and they're playing a game, right? And they're playing, what's that damn game that people like to play? No offense, pre-K, but white people love to play. Oh, you're white too.
It's funny that you confused me.
I can't believe you do this.
You're supposed to wait for him to leave and then talk about it.
They're playing Cards of Humanity.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. White people love that.
That's what I said.
It's a racist.
What is
It's
it?
like, we're going to leave this one blank so we can write the N-word in there.
What is it?
That's what those blank ones are for, so you can write your own racial shit in there.
Cards of Humanity is like a kind of like party game.
We can't put those words on.
Can you guys explain to him what Cards of Humanity is?
It's just a game where they give you, like, they'll say a sentence, right? It's like, yesterday I was at the grocery store and I dropped mine, and then, like, you have all these cards that have, like, shit written on it. Like, bag of dicks and bananas. Aborted fetus or something like that. You know what I mean? It's always, like, fucked up words.
Just fucked up stuff.
It's just, you put these things together, and then you're just like, what? You know what I mean?
You're trying to make
Sometimes they
people
a lot
have the
of
funny
sense.
thing.
Is
Yeah.
it points involved?
No.
Well,
I don't know actually.
whoever drew out the card that said the sentence, they get to pick the funniest.
Yeah.
So, and then you get the cards, so like first to 5 or whatever.
Yeah. If you get 5 cards, that means you won like more times than everybody. You got best.
Yeah.
You pick your card that goes the best with it. There's
So it's
another one.
political.
It could be that way too. But it's just about saying the most like fucked up stuff.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
There's one game you
Too
can play
sensitive.
like that on TV. It's called something
Quiplash?
Quiplash. Yeah. And
Yeah,
that would go more
I
fun
knew
'cause
it
you
was
basically
something
write your own answers in there.
Yeah.
And this one girl was just writing like penis in there every time. You know what I mean? It's like every single one of them was like.
And it goes on her mind.
But what I was saying was like, okay, they're playing this game, right? And then out of nowhere, I hear just one of the women that was playing the game say, "Yeah, all Islamic people should go to hell." And I was just like, "Whoa!" I was like, "That."
That's not funny.
I was like that, but
That is not my
But she
opinion.
it wasn't part of the thing. She just for some reason just said that.
She was just drunk enough to say it.
You
I
know
don't even
what?
think they were drinking though. I don't think they were drinking, but like that type of
This got to be known.
That sounds like the worst Christmas party ever.
that type. Look, we're not.
Damn it, Becky got all racist.
They might have been sipping, I guess.
Oh, there's the Islamic quip. Time
like
for you to go home.
Until fucking Becky told us how she feels about Islam again.
But like that.
It was Jesus' birthday.
That like that type.
You're right. That's why she said it.
But yeah,
I didn't
like
even think about that.
my point being like that type of situation, she actually has malice thoughts about that. Like I'm pretty open minded.
Yeah.
You gotta know the difference between the Islamic religion and then you got the Islamic extremists who like push it too far. Because even Christianity at one point, I wouldn't say another person needs to
I don't think
go wherever.
The funny thing is, like, I don't really believe in hell, so it's like
Yeah, I don't either.
I can't really like damn someone to a place.
Well, then
that
y'all
I
are
don't
both
believe
going to hell.
I don't
in.
believe
Like,
it
you know, we're all going in the ground. What do you think about that?
You know what's funny
Yeah.
though? I do believe that if there was a heaven, the only way I could get in there is by putting my life in front of somebody else's. So I'm working on this bit, but like I would always say that I'm a good person to keep around because I'm gonna be that guy who takes a bullet for you. Because I know,
Not true.
I know that's the only way I'm gonna
I know
get
him
into
better
heaven.
than you.
You're like,
Not
"Oh,
true.
free ticket to Jesus."
Shut up, go. Yeah, I know. And
No,
Fred's like,
Here comes the car. He's diving the other way.
It's not even close to him.
No.
Just
I
Just
tried.
punching the person and then jump.
Jesus, this guy says he knows
It was
you.
all about
You
intentions.
come on down here. You send him your picture.
Okay, John. Were you really on the phone? Or were you just joking?
I was just joking like I was on the phone with Jesus.
It's 8:54.
Okay.
We have about 6 minutes before you have to leave, John.
Okay.
Do you want to do the Conan O'Brien bit?
Oh yeah. I should have been thinking about what to say. Yeah, I'll do that because I got. I learned to be a yes man in this situation.
Cool beans. I do a bit on the podcast where we call Conan O'Brien's podcast, and I have the comic ask him a question. So we're gonna do that right now.
What was the last question?
Ask him
What
where
the fuck was that?
hose
I don't
and
know
the
what that
weed
was.
are.
Was that you?
I said, ask him where the hose and the weed are at.
Oh,
Damn.
That's my question. I know he's got it.
I was good.
He probably knows about the weed.
all right. Here we go.
He
Here we
don't
go.
got no hose, man. He on TV.
Yeah.
He got hella hose. And maybe a happy wife.
Hey, Conan O'Brien here. Here's the deal. Ask me a question. Feel free to ask me anything you want. And maybe, just maybe, I will answer your question on the podcast. So be creative.
You
Go
have to be
for
creative.
it. And maybe
Just
I'll be
have
talking
fun.
to you soon.
Hey, Conan O'Brien. This is Uns from the UNG Odyssey podcast, and I'm sitting here with local DFW comic John Brown, and he has a question for you.
Do you like onions? And if so, do you like them if they're not cooked? And if you don't like onions, why don't you think you like them? Do you think it's like the taste or the texture, or what is it that you don't like onions? Because I'm just serious. All right.
Thank you, Conan. Maybe I'll see that on the podcast. That's an interesting question.
I don't know. I was thinking about myself. Like, I hate.
You know what? He was Irish. You should have asked him about potatoes.
Maybe I'll bring it up. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey.
that's what we're talking about.
Funny thing though, the last time I heard him do that, somebody called I don't know if they called the podcast. They had to call the podcast. That's the only way to get the number. And they're like, I got a call and I don't know who you are, but if you called me, this is my number if you're trying to reach me or whatever. And it was a lady, kind of confused lady. She sounded like in her 50s or something. But it clearly says, this is Conan O'Brien, say stuff. And she waited through all that and then said that intro. And Conan was like, yeah, we called you. We're trying to, like, he called her back. Like, we're trying to see if we can set up for that pool game or whatever, some kind of game. And because, Conan fucks with her for doing that.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So Jorge called and he said, hey, I'm a local comic. I've been doing comedy for blah, blah years. He's like, hook me up with a job, man. Come on, Conan. Give me a job. I'm going to write for you.
Ask him, like, I was just going to check and see if you had the weekend in September, 22nd, 23rd, 24th available. I'm just checking my books. I'm open that weekend.
All right, Mr. John, I don't want to keep you much longer. Is there anything you want to shout out real quick while we're on the podcast?
I'll give you some of my dates.
Let's get some of your dates.
My dates coming up. Which one do I give? So, be in Houston, 24th, 25th, the Secret Group. Hyenas, Fort Worth, June 6th through the 8th. We had the Improv the 12th, but that's like a different type of show.
What kind of show is that?
It's like Michael Passpar is doing like a one-nighter show.
Uh-huh.
So I'm featuring, but it's just like it's not a regular weekend show. I think it's on a Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Or it might be a Tuesday. I'm not sure. Then we're gonna be in Wichita June 13th, Dallas June 20th that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Plano June 27th that weekend. Yeah, I guess it goes up to like Stagecoach Durant. That's a lot.
Yeah. Hey, man, you're a working comic, man. You
That's
get it all around
Too
here.
many to name off, so I just give you the ones for June.
Do you have like you want to shout out your Instagram?
Yeah, man. All of my social media is at haha John Brown. So if
Ha Ha
you do that
John
for
Brown.
Facebook or any other ones, it'll still,
Do you have a website set up yet?
I did have one, but then I wasn't really using it, and I just felt like I don't really need it right now. You know.
Okay.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out, if I need to really spend how much time I really need to spend in that kind of stuff. Because I felt like maybe I was doing, almost like whenever you're marketing for a product too much and not preparing it enough.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, I was all excited to get that piece of shit. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say goodbye to John for now. We're gonna continue the podcast for a little while longer. We usually do to about 9:40. We're gonna just sit down and with Pre-K. You cool with that, Pre-K?
For sure,
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, good luck to you, man. I'll check you out. I listen to that station every day.
Already, yeah. Every Saturday morning, man. It's from like 8
John,
to...
thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming, sir.
I appreciate it. Hey,
Hey,
Nice to meet you, man.
It's
too,
great
man.
to talk
What's
to
your
you.
name again? Gump. Forrest Gump.
Have a good show tonight.
Did I get all my shit? I don't know. Cool. Yeah, I definitely will, man.
All right.
See you guys later.
Cool beans. Pre-K. What up, Pre-K?
What it do?
All right, so we're gonna continue the show, just talking to you a little bit more because I still have some questions for you because I love the show and I've been listening to it for quite a while,
I got you.
probably 4 years. I don't.
Maybe longer than I've been there, huh?
I'm not sure. How long have you been there?
2 or 3 years, something like that. I started as an intern back in like 2016, maybe
Yeah, I believe that.
2015.
I think I've been watching the show since you started, so about 3 years. It has been a little while. Let me go ahead and get the Instagram live feed back on.
I hate waking up that damn early, but it's a good gig.
What time you wake up? You wake up on Saturday morning,
Saturday morning's 5:30.
So
Gotta be there by 7.
so it's live.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
live.
that's cool.
Did you always have to be there by 7, or is that only?
Oh no, we're on in the DMV now, DC, Maryland, Virginia, so they get an extra hour.
Yeah.
It's because of the time zone difference. So I gotta be up at 7 to be on in Maryland.
That's yeah. I hear John complain about that a little bit. But I mean, John wanted to do it, so
Yeah, but
I do it.
you can't complain about it if you sign the contract.
Yeah.
Really?
Have you ever listened to the show yet?
No, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm
hilarious.
definitely gonna check it out. I mean, just the bits got me hooked.
It's pretty.
The
yeah,
bits
it's-
are funny. They're
It's on
pretty
the
good.
edge.
You know what? One of my favorite ones, and I actually want to see, and maybe you can convince him. Maybe you can talk to Bobble for me.
Yeah.
But I would love to have Bobble come on, and we have a comic. His name is Joe Bond. Now Joe Bond he's also like a voice comic. He does impressions, and I would love to see him come on and do. Okay, let me first start off with Joe Bond. I love his comedy. I love his shtick. I just wish he would kind of make it more more situational. Like I would love to see like him do. He does an Eddie Vedder impersonation, and it's good.
Yeah.
I just wish he would do it in situations that would be a little bit more funny. Now, when Baba does his Eddie Vedder, he does it around what's going on, around what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. So I want to see if I can get them both to come in and have Joe take some, not learn, but maybe just talk about it, the differences between them.
Yeah, and I feel you because Bobo's a pro, man.
Yeah, Bobo's been doing it.
And it's something that I always say. It ain't on me, it's in me. That's Bobo. It's in him.
Yeah.
To act like that.
Yeah, it is.
So that's just what he does. And it's natural to him. But yeah, he does a lot of great impressions on the show. And yeah, he'll talk.
Does
about
he do all of them?
most of them? Yeah.
Which ones?
I
Okay.
don't do no
Which ones?
impressions.
Okay, I know. Who does he? Does he do Satan?
Oh yeah.
Does he do Hannah the stripper? Hannah the stripper.
Yep.
Does he do hold on, what's the chipmunk? Oh wait, Randy the chipmunk.
Chipmunk. Yep.
Okay, I've already said Satan. Does he do? Of course, he does Eddie Vedder.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Who's Eddie
Richards,
Vedder?
he
Eddie
does
Vedder
that.
from not Stone Temple Pilots. Eddie Vedder is from
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam. Yeah, from Pearl Jam.
Oh,
They got in trouble for one of those bits, but it was hilarious. It's when the dude from Linkin Park killed himself, and they were kind of making a joke about it in a way, and he was doing it. Well, Eddie Vedder, what do you think about all your people, all your guys are your grunge guys dying? And and he did his thing, and then a caller called in and said suicide's not funny, and so they got I don't think you guys got in trouble, but you guys got a caller who
Yeah, you get upset callers.
an upset caller. But Eddie Vedder, let me think who else. Romero, that's still him.
That's Bobo, man.
Bobo, okay.
I'm trying to think of who else he does. He does like Keith Richards. And,
Keith Richards, yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. What's his name with the guy from? He was in the Headless Horseman.
The guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, he wasn't in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Headless Horseman.
Yeah,
You're not
he
talking
also did. Oh my God, that he has a very distinctive way of movement or not characteristics. Yeah, characteristics. Goddamn.
Bobo does everybody, man. And he has one of those little voice changes right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So that's how he does it.
Yeah, that's how he does. But
Change
it's
it to
funny
him,
how he can
Randy.
do all those
Yeah.
different ones. Randy the Chipmunk is one of my favorites. Randy
People
is
love that shit.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Randy the
Sexy.
Chipmunk, he's like how would you describe Randy? Like a gambling problem?
A chipmunk with a gambling problem that smokes a lot of bud.
Like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Kind of.
He's got the same voice going on, but it's a little to the left, little crooked.
Yeah.
It's if Alvin and the Chipmunks hadn't, gotten saved by old boy, if they was just in the streets to fend for themselves, and, and all of a sudden they ran into a radio studio.
Yeah.
I would think if it was like Alvin and Chipmunks after they got hooked up on meth and then they're trying to recuperate, but they
Coming
still
back from a method.
but they still have that addictive personality, so it goes into gambling instead of drugs. That's what I would consider Randy the Chipmunk.
Yeah, I can't really do any of Bobo's impressions justice.
Romero
man.
is
He's
hilarious.
he's
Romero
just,
too. Romero's very great. They do a thing where they do Tony Romo's dad, and they joke about Tony Romo's lifestyle growing up as a kid. And one of the funnier things is that Tony Romo was not very smart, for one, and
That's how we make it appear.
and he yeah. That's how they, and then everything that he did, he always ended up throwing something in a high tight spiral for like insane amounts of yards.
He would say, like yards per hour. Or something,
Yeah.
So that it's even more ridiculous. So yeah.
27 yards per hour.
Yeah. It's like,
And it hit somebody in the head.
So it'll be doing like a Thanksgiving bit.
Yeah,
Tony,
I
do the turkey.
Yeah.
In a tight spiral.
that was funny. I heard that, man.
65 yards per hour. It's hilarious, yeah.
It is. That show, like I said earlier, I love comedy, and that show is just like right up my alley. What type of comedy I love, and then I love John fucking just tear into the people who call.
He don't give a fuck.
He tears into callers. Like if
Yeah.
they sit in there and you're like, whoa, you're coming on my show. You're telling me that you're blah blah blah. No, I'm telling you this and that, and you're coming up with that piece of shit. I don't want that. It's
You want $20,000 for his fucking mild out Prius? Yeah. Yeah, he's off the hook, man. He ain't scared to let loose on the calls. And fellas love that shit. That's why they call in. They're like, I want to see if I can make John go off.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
I met John in person. He is pretty high strung for certain situations.
Yeah,
But, I mean, that's just you gotta be. JD's very cool. Like you say, he's kind of straight edge, but he's funny. He's cool. He's like the uncle that that's not like too friendly, but pretty cool. But you're like, yeah, you're still kind of lame. I'm gonna go smoke pot with the cool uncle, and he's like, yeah. Kind of like your Christian uncle.
Yeah, the cool
Almost.
uncle is Bobo.
Yeah, the cool uncle Bob with missing teeth. Has stories about prostitutes. But man, I really do. I wanna see if I can. I know they're busy guys and they're probably doing all kinds of shit, but I would love to have them on the podcast too. Maybe you can help me out with that, man.
I'll see what I can do, man. See if I can pull some strings. I can probably get Bobo out here. Let's see. We're trying to plan a listener party again. So maybe.
I'll come to that for sure.
I don't want to make any promises, but we'll see. Maybe.
I mean, I'll talk to
on
myself.
stage and do a little comedy as well. See what we get
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know if you want to come see it, but I do have a showcase coming up on the 26th of May.
26th.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Alright, sure.
Most of these showcases are on the 26th, or are on Sundays for now. Cause I'm not at John Brown's level yet, where he's like they're calling him or they want him to perform and they're paying him. I'm not there yet. I've only been doing it for a year and a half. But eventually I will be. And one of the reasons why I love doing this podcast is because I love having these guys on before they're like famous, because they will be famous. A lot of these guys are gonna make it eventually. We're all within that 5-year time period in our comedy career.
Hold on to this tape of me,
For sure, man.
You'll be able to sell this.
Dude, balling off the lot. Balling off the
Couple
lot.
commas in your bank account, man. Like straight up.
Yeah.
Replay that soundbite where he says that Conan gets all the bitches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Conan's gonna be like,
where he said something racist.
when you go on Conan's show, he's gonna be. I heard you have a soundbite of me getting all the bitches.
Conan got all the
I'll tell you,
bitches.
Conan gotta have the hoes. Okay? He's probably married, but
That's
still.
not the point.
He got
the
that
point
side-
is he can
He's
have
at least
them if
got
he
the
wants to.
He got the
he's
side
options
games
if he
unlocked.
wanted to. That
For real.
something about that tall ostrich leg motherfucker,
Yeah, that
red haired.
face, dude.
He does have a weird face. everything's like beady on him. Like he's got tiny beady little eyes. He's got no lips. But Conan,
Yeah, his skin looks fake too.
Conan,
He's got that
What?
giant square forehead thing.
Yeah.
Box.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
But I mean, you can't deny though. Out of all the radio hosts or talk night show hosts,
Oh, no,
Conan's
he's-
hilarious.
But they lowered it. I don't know if y'all kept up with it. They lowered it down to 30 minutes, man. It sucks.
I think he wanted to do that though.
He probably did. But still, I was like, damn, what the fuck?
So you weren't much of a Conan fan, or not really know him?
Oh no, I like Conan, man. He's a funny dude.
Oh, okay.
I watch his stuff, like little clips on YouTube. I ain't got cable.
None of us do, man. Us
Yeah.
us
Have y'all
younger
seen the
crowd,
prices on cable, man? For real. I got Netflix.
we
and
stream
YouTube.
everything here.
Straight up.
Netflix, Hulu, and the funny thing is, I don't pay for either one of them. They're all
Nice.
they're somebody else's.
Play your way, man. Play your way, man. You got to do it.
Why
pay when you can get it for free, man?
Yeah.
It's out there.
That's what I've been saying.
For real.
That's why I haven't had a prostitute yet. No, for real.
I'm right there with
I'm
you.
like, man, I want to have a prostitute, but do I want to spend this money on
It sounds
it?
easy.
And I'm like, no, I can't. Not
It
yet.
sounds easy, but then I'll be out of $40.
40. I'm talking $10. I just want a little. Just touch the tip, baby.
I'm just so lonely.
$10. Hey, tell me. Hold up, I'm out of gas.
So, as far as the radio goes, what do you think you're gonna continue with your career? Are you gonna stay with the show? I mean, I know you like the show.
Oh yeah.
Where do you see yourself in like a couple years? Do you
Man.
want to keep doing the radio, or do you
Yeah,
want to
man.
like do your album thing?
As long as the money is good, I'm on there, man. As long as they'll
Oh,
have me.
I know what I wanted to ask you. Can I use one of your songs for like an intro to the podcast?
Yeah, about to say if you want me to make you your own track, man, I'll do it.
Dude,
You know,
that'd be
I'll make you
awesome.
UNG
Can you make a
theme song,
UNG
baby.
Odyssey theme song by the
Yeah.
legendary
Damn
Pre
it.
K?
Straight up.
That'd be
I'm
awesome.
gonna auto tune the fuck out of it too.
Do whatever you gotta do,
Ooh,
man.
It's about to be a jam.
I would love to have.
Make sure you got me going, gay.
That sound like that. Do it again and get it real clear so I can sample it.
I can't do it on the spot.
Oh, come on.
All you said was gay.
I can't do it on the spot, man.
I can't say gay.
Okay, you know, I wanted to do.
Can I just say gay and you just prolong it?
I wanted to do a little thing where I take all our old episodes and collide every time. Collide's the wrong word, but put together every time that he's called me gay or said gay
It's a lot of times.
to me, all in one video. And
Yeah.
It'd probably be like 5 minutes worth.
That's gonna be a lot of editing.
That's a lot of editing. It is, but it'd be. I just think it'd be funny, awesome
Hell
that
yeah.
somebody does that. Like,
One after the other, just
yeah, because there's one thing I remember. There was one time. And
God, you're so gay.
There's one. It stuck out so much that I said something, and I turned to him and I was like, And I was like, so what do you think? And he was just like, gay. And I just bawled out, started laughing because I just couldn't help it. But like, okay, so on the show, besides taking calls, I know you do more than that, right?
Yeah, I screen all the calls,
Uh-huh.
and then I do, I got a microphone. Because it's like a little separate room that I'm in with the phone and everything, so I can talk to them. And I got a microphone in there, and they'll just call on me and say, hey, DJ, what do you think about, such and such? And I'll say, I don't fucking know, I'm high. And then, but that's all that I do during the show, because, screening the calls is a full-time job.
It is, yeah.
Well, full-time of the show. I should say. I ain't doing that shit 40 fucking hours a week. But then we also got the car business side of it, which is crazy in itself. It's an amazing thing that John does. So I work for them buying cars during the week. That's how I make my money.
Yeah.
That's how you got that there.
That's how you got that watch right there, man.
I don't want to.
The watch and
Got
the,
the
oh, you
Cassie
kind
up
of we
there.
don't hide it now.
I don't want to, fuck around and blind the viewers. Okay, I'm not trying to look directly at my jewelry.
I'm not trying to get robbed when I step out.
Yeah, let me find out. It's set up.
Hey, this is a decent neighborhood.
Is it?
I don't know, man.
Gum just goes outside. Gay.
Bunch of gay people show up.
Yeah,
You ain't going nowhere.
Gay thugs ambush me.
All abandoned.
Straight up. Get mad, chick. Get ass whooped by 5 gay people.
Yeah, pre-K, I would love to have you create
As
like a mini song for the UNG Odyssey. That's kind of, I didn't think ahead, but I kind of like the fact that I kind of made it sound smooth, UNG Odyssey type of thing. Some people
It doesn't
don't
sound
like the name.
smooth.
UNG Odyssey, man.
It sounds a little bit.
It's in there. It's in there.
Right, a little bit, Mr. Hip Hop. Yeah.
Mr. Hip Hop.
Well, he's in it more than I am.
That's what they call me, Mr. Hip Hop. Hey, there goes Mr. Hip Hop.
What do you think, Mr. Hip Hop?
Well,
How about that, Tupac?
Well, I'm not young and current. Ask Mr. Hip Hop.
Well, that sounds like a bad knockoff fucking of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or something. Well, kids, today,
Let me put away this Uzi.
that is a drive-by.
Now we gonna duck.
Yeah, this is how we do.
Now we coming into the neighborhood.
The
We gotta
puppet
make
gets
sure
hit.
we wear the right colors.
Now it's time for payback.
But first, we'll drop off the pup at the hospital.
Straight up, two bleeding ass puppet. Woo, I'm hit.
What else could I ask you real quick while I have you, man? Dude, it's really great to have you on though.
Hey man, it's
Like,
a pleasure to be here. We just having fun.
Yeah, that's all.
It's semi starstruck, not too much, but like it's cool that I got to, it all happened by chance,
Yeah.
I almost
to that listener party.
I almost didn't go to that.
Love.
I almost didn't go to that, but I was talking to my girlfriend Alana, and she was like, "Nah, just go. Let's just go." And I was like, "You know what? Let's go. Let's see what happens."
For sure, yeah.
And I met you. I met the other guys, and I don't know if I had called before that happened.
I can't recall it.
I don't know either. I don't know which one came first, chicken or the egg. But and then the calls, and you kind of got a little bit used to hearing me call, and then I switched shifts and I stopped working on the weekend.
Call in some more, man. For sure.
I would. I want to call and have something to say though.
Yeah.
I don't want to just call and be like, "Oh, well, I
Killing
should
with that clam
just
chowder.
say hi." Yeah. That was funny. I don't know.
Yeah,
it just came to me.
Just show up and clam chowder.
Clam chowder, son.
It's me, clam chowder, guys.
Yo, you remember me? No. I said clam chowder.
Fried chicken, baked chicken, clam chowder.
Eat it, son.
Thanks.
No, John would be like, "What the hell are you doing putting that guy through?"
No, I'd do that shit too. I'd be like, watch, this guy's just gonna kill a clam chowder.
That'd be hilarious.
Some of the people you put through those, like, what the hell are they doing?
We got, like, it's we almost don't even have to do a show, man. You can just let the characters call in.
Yeah.
Like, we
You
got
know what?
drunk ass Don calls in and sings the national anthem while he's drinking White Wolf at home. You know?
Hey, tell me about that guy. That guy who kept calling you guys with the shitty bit. The real shitty bit. It was this guy who kept
That
calling in.
guy got on my damn nerves so bad, bro. Yeah, we started in the DMV market, and all of a sudden we had this guy, fucking Alan Greenberg.
There you
Fuck
go.
you,
Alan Greenberg.
I like his name.
Wherever you at, fuck you and whatever you stand for, Alan Greenberg. I don't fuck with you, man.
No, it's so annoying. He's like, I'm asking, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question. John,
Yeah.
do you hear me here? You listening, John? And John's like, yeah, man, listen, what? Well, I'm just going to tell you that with you. Do you believe in this? Do you believe in this? Can you believe that? I'm a real blah, blah, blah. Can you believe that? And John's like, man, what the hell do you
Never gets
want?
to the point.
What the fuck?
And
Yeah.
that's all he does. He
I
just
find that hilarious.
He was so fucking
It's not
annoying.
hilarious whenever I'm on, because my job as a call screener is to get what the fuck they want. You know, what the fuck are you calling for? And this guy, whenever he first called in, I was on the phone for him with him for 20 minutes trying to get an answer out of this guy for why he called. And he's just like, hey, do you believe that I knew Muhammad Ali and I could beat his ass and all that? Hey, wait a minute, can I ask you a question? Shit like that. And I was like,
See, now, stuff like that might have been kind of funny, but when he was
shit.
actually with John, nothing really he said was funny.
yeah.
None of it. And you could
just
tell
made
that
it
JD was really pissed off. Bobo hated him.
Yeah.
But was it Bobo or JD that hated him? I think it was
I think
Bobo.
we all just hated him.
Yeah, I think.
Because he, like, I got to a point where I would just hang up whenever he would call.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like, he was just straight up harassing us at a point.
You guys had
And,
a stalker, man.
Yeah, he would just call in all 5 hours of the show. All 5 hours, just nonstop. And he even used, like, different numbers. So
Yeah.
this guy
He
was
did.
dedicated.
He got,
Oh.
I remember hearing John's like, "Hey, I see you're calling from Georgia, blah blah blah. Yeah, good job on being able to blah blah blah." And they're like, "But
Yeah.
goodbye."
Yeah.
He called from a
in
whole
and-
different area code from a different state.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fucking ridiculous, man. He's
Why
just
would you
an
put
asshole.
that much effort into doing
That
that?
is
And then
hilarious.
he had his like drunk uncle call in one time. He
Oh,
was
and
like,
do the singing.
"Hey, all right, you got to call in and sing for these guys." And at first I didn't let him through, but then he called in again. I was like, you know what, this could be good radio.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I'm gonna grab a water real
Of
quick.
course, he was shitty at singing.
Yeah, he was.
And then so John
Like hung up on him, and then he kept on calling in over and over again, like, "Hey, I just want to sing on the air." And I was like, "Dude, you did. You suck. Goodbye."
I'm gonna go use the rest of my beer.
So that shit it's just annoying, man. You know.
Let's get him in right now. A surprise, we have him in the back.
Yeah, straight up. And man, we get some throwed up off callers in there. I've had like people call in and make death threats on me before.
What?
Yeah.
For what reason? Did they give you a reason?
They said like white power and shit like that, you know, because I'm you know, y'all see me, okay? Y'all see what I am, how I look, and all this, what I'm about. But so they would call and be like, "Is this 3K?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" "White power, I'm gonna fucking kill you." You know, and start spitting off the things that I'm not gonna repeat. And I'm just like, so
You just listen to it.
this is where I'm at in my life. You know, people just calling and making death threats. But hey, you know, you
That's
ain't got
crazy.
no haters. You ain't popping.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that that guy was annoying, and he kept calling in for a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah.
I'm glad that
he's
he stopped.
finally stopped. Thank God.
How'd you finally get him to stop? Did he just stop on his own, or?
I think he might have to like block his IP or some shit. You know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't do no good to block his phone number because he's just calling with multiple ones. But you know, we found he either stopped or we found a way to block it.
Ooh, I have another interesting question.
How's that?
Who is that guy that calls? And he's that one singer. I just heard him Saturday. He just called in Saturday. I was glad that he called in Saturday. Michael McDonald. Who is that?
Who you think it is, man?
It's not Michael McDonald.
That's Bobo, man.
That's Bobo.
Yeah, that's
I thought that. I thought that was an actual caller.
Yeah,
I thought that was an actual caller. That's not a caller playing around.
Am I ruining the magic of radio?
No.
Bobo's just that talented, man.
Wow, that's
He
Bobo.
does everybody. Yeah.
I didn't know that was
Michael
Bobo.
McDonald,
You
yeah.
know what? I should have noticed.
Trying to sell you a 74 karat line.
I should have noticed that was Bobo because I can always tell it's Bobo because he's not talking when the bit's happening.
Yeah.
But at that point, I never even thought to think about listening for Bobo.
It sounds like the old man from Family Guy.
Oh,
Little muscly on boy.
yeah, but it's Michael McDonald. I love what he calls it because I know Michael McDonald the way he sounds. Well, it sounds just like him, and he's like, "Hello, baby." Hey,
I've got a 1991 Camaro.
I like the one where he tries to sell his like Asian girlfriend or whatever. She's like a secretary or something like that.
I got a 5'4" Asian girlfriend.
Motherfucker, I got duped. I thought that was a real caller. Damn. God damn, Bobo's amazing. He ain't got no teeth though.
What you mean, man? Bobo got hella teeth. Man, I ain't gonna let this man do my boy Bobo like that. He got a full set of chompers, okay? I don't know where
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
I saw him in person. I didn't see all his teeth. I'm like, damn, that dude ain't got no teeth.
He was hiding them from
Bobo
you.
got some teeth.
He put them away. He didn't want them.
He's got
He didn't want you to take them from
Wait,
him.
maybe. No.
Bobo he's I don't want to cap on Bobo, but he is a rounder fella. You know,
He's fat.
He had long hair and glasses and all that, and he's got full set of teeth.
What?
Yeah.
Does he? Maybe I'm wrong.
You were just on drugs.
I might have been
Yeah,
on drugs
you
at the
was.
time. It was a hard time in my life. I was getting through a divorce.
That was like 2 days ago.
I had been touched by my Catholic priest.
That's every day.
That is every day. I like it. I like it, yeah.
Keep going.
It's spicy. It's a spicy meatball.
That's a spicy meatball.
Things are getting too hot for the pepper.
That boy ain't right.
Oh, man. You know what's funny? I applied for the show and they never got back to me.
Oh, what? Like, what do you mean you applied?
I applied. I put in an application to try to get the buyers to be a buyer.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I like the hours. You guys are the hours that I would work as a comic.
Yeah, we work like 9 to 6.
Yeah, see, that'd be perfect. And then I hear like if you're a good buyer, you can kind of work your schedule right. And I feel like John would be like he would be like, okay, you're doing comedy and that's cool, and he'd work with my schedule.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me go ahead and apply because at my job, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would learn stuff in comedy wise from being around characters.
It's a fun environment to work in, man. You know, it's pretty laid back. I mean, we don't get me wrong, we're working, we're busting our ass. You know, we're
No, yeah.
getting that paper, but at the end of the day, we work in a pretty relaxed environment.
So yeah, so I applied and they never never got back to me.
Well,
So
they're like, we don't need a janitor, and they threw it away.
Hey man, just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean I clean toilets.
He's gonna beat all the women and try to clean the
Is that on the
toilets.
resume?
Yeah.
I fuck these bitches up. I ain't scared to slap a bitch.
Look, I'm always carrying cocaine.
Yeah, I always got cocaine.
Taco.
I'm a 3-time felon.
3.
I hate white people.
I'm working on my neck tattoo.
I got 2 face tattoos I'm working on. Yeah, I think that might be an issue. Oh well, you know what he said that he's a 3-time felon. He's the exact kind of guy.
Yeah, probably. You guys have some interesting characters working for you guys.
Actually, yeah, we do. Like that's part of the show too. Is just the people that work there. You know, like people go to jail, die.
That guy that disappeared in Las Vegas? That really happened.
That really happened.
You want to let Gum know what happened?
Please tell the story.
Yeah, we had this guy. I don't want to say his name.
Don't
You don't
say-
have to.
don't say-
We'll call him Sean.
All right.
Hasn't it been on the radio anyway? Hasn't it been on the radio anyway?
We might have changed his name a little bit on the radio.
Okay.
too.
All right. For your disclaimer, go ahead. And
So
change
we
name.
sent this. We opened up a Gimme the Fin office out in Vegas, and so we sent him out there to try and just have some people out there, show some faces, get acquainted with Vegas and everything, try and bring them to us.
And this guy, of course, does what, you know, a motherfucker with some problems does whenever they're in Vegas. Gets all fucked up, loses, you know, all his stuff, and apparently gets jumped. You know, his story was that he was like at the gas station and he was trying to help some lady, and all of a sudden her big boyfriend comes and just beats his ass, and then he wakes up in the hospital a day later. And you're like, yeah, I don't know about that, dog. Like, come on.
I like John's perspective on it. Like, oh, he got his ass beat so hard, the battery got knocked out of his phone. He couldn't make any phone calls for 3 days.
We could not reach him at all. And he had an important job out there, man. We got people dropping off cars and everything. We need you out there. Huh?
That's crazy. Like, the first night you're supposed to go out and work and you disappear.
Just straight.
You got lost in the hookers and the cocaine, huh?
Probably, man. He went out there. It's like, oh wow.
He's gambled everything away.
Let's see what his eyes
like. That money you gave me.
Let's talk about the way he went. He probably went in, and he was like, okay, this is cool.
I'm not gonna buy hookers. I'm not gonna buy hookers. I'm not gonna buy hookers.
The first thing he did is buy
there's a hooker.
It's funny because like
what's your name?
I did a
you have cocaine?
I did a showcase one time, probably like 4 weeks ago, maybe about a month. And I took shrooms before I did it. And I wanted the experience. I know. A lot of people were like,
that wasn't
a lot of people were like, what the hell? When I told people I was gonna do it, they're like, that's not a good idea. And I was like, yeah, but I want to have fun. Let's see what happens.
Fuck it. yeah.
And I took the shrooms. I started feeling them. I started feeling happy. And and then
feeling real good.
And then I told myself,
Tree told me it was gonna be okay.
Shrooms. I told myself, do not say you're on shrooms. Do not say you're on shrooms. Do not say you're on shrooms. I go on stage.
I'm on shrooms, everybody.
No, I tell people.
Just want to let you know, I'm on shrooms.
I tell pretty much, man. I tell people, I was like,
don't make fun of me.
Hey, what's up?
I'm feeling good.
I was like, hey, everybody, you guys feeling good tonight? And everyone's like, yeah. I was like, well, not as good as I am because I'm tripping balls on shrooms. And they were just like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then, but every time I say, I was like, but then I had to throw a little disclaimer. I'm just joking. You know, I don't want, because I'm not a professional comic yet. I can't just do whatever I want yet on stage. And so I was like, I'm just joking, you know, I don't want to get fired before I even get hired, guys. Ha ha ha. And everybody kind of laughed at that too, but like, the set actually went pretty well because I was like, I was feeling great.
Yeah, man.
It was a good set. I have it recorded up. I have all these sets. I have like 5 actual showcases, like professionally recorded. I just haven't put it up on YouTube. I'm not very technology savvy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to compile all my videos into one and just put it all on because I don't want to put on YouTube like little 4-minute sets. I want to put the whole thing on. Why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great set. Everybody loved it, and it was a Michael Jackson bit that I did.
Oh yeah.
When the whole thing about Netflix was coming out, the whole Michael Jackson thing, and then funny thing is, I did the same bit in Fort Worth. And they did not like it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! It made the room.
Got some Michael Jackson.
It made the room uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
They all got up. Shamon.
That's how they was laughing in the audience.
But it's so weird how I can do something in one area and pretty much do the same thing in another area, and it's a whole different vibe.
That is strange.
It is.
And I mean, it could, just be, the vibe of the room, just how people feel that night.
Yeah, it's kind of like with you guys on radio where you do the same radio station. You do the same thing in one location, but then you do it in another location. And that location is like freaking out because you said something so weird.
I'm not surprised when he said California didn't like, because I don't know.
Yeah, you got tiptoe out there.
Yeah, what is it?
Remember, there was the one time where you guys were... where John was talking about something, and like every other second, Turley was playing the bit. He's not a hater. He's a Texan. He's Texan and racist. And then he did it again because John kept saying stuff. Also, when you guys said bitch too many times, they're like bitch, blah, bitch, and then you had that radio personality, the guy who does who checks how you guys' ratings are doing?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Elliot.
Is Elliot?
Hey, y'all, you dropped 5 points after you said bitch for the 85.
But people really like when you blah 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 yell at something.
People really like when you talk about nachos, though.
Well, yeah. I didn't know Elliot was a real person until he called in.
You called in one time. You're like, "Hey, nice impression, Bobo."
Bob was like, "Yeah, what?"
Yeah, and I think Bobo might have just did the Elliot impression with Elliot on the phone. You know?
Yeah. But I didn't know Elliot was an actual person.
Yeah, he keeps us,
What? Civil?
showing what's working and what's not. Yeah.
Does John really care though? For the most part, no. I was about to say, I don't think John really
He does what
cares.
he wants, man. Yeah, I mean, John Clay Wolf, he's a big bad wolf.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a motherfucker, man. He's a
Dude, he seems like he'd be one of those guys where he gets really mad and he's just like, God damn, this guy blew a fuse.
Oh yeah, I've had it happen to me.
Yeah?
on live on air.
I think I've heard it before.
Yeah, he'll yell at my ass. He'll come into my little room and say, "Pre-K, what the fuck?" When I say put him on hold, put him on hold.
But now that's become a
hit me?
thing. That's become a thing. That's become a thing where it's like, I mean, I know at the time you're like, oh, what the hell? Cause I used to work. We used to have a manager like that who'd get mad and be like, "Man, yo,
He liked it.
And then I'd be like, "Well, me, I'm a little bit of a masochist, so." But other people didn't like it so much. But like but now it's become like a thing where he goes on. He's like, "Put him on hold, Pre-K."
Yeah, now people like to hear him yell at me. So that's where we got an issue. You know what I'm saying? People like to hear him tell me, "Hey, fuck you, Pre-K." Fuck you
I'll
too,
beat
man.
your ass.
Yeah.
You lucky you right in my chest.
Let me get that signature stamp and I don't need you
One
no
of
more.
one of the funniest things I heard though is when he said do that burrito at that guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That guy, I don't know, dude. He's got so many throwbacks.
Like it was like some guy. I guess the guy was going in there to like do some kind of offer or whatnot, and he brought in breakfast burritos to like make it okay. And John was like, "I don't fucking want your breakfast burritos. I want you to blah 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 and do that."
You know, I think I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, like people will like. Was he in the studio and somebody
Yeah.
told him something in the studio?
No. It was. I guess they're like they're trying to work out a deal with a new radio place. And it was like a radio representative.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy brought breakfast burritos, and John threw a burrito at him and said, "I want you to fix it. Like, fix the damn problem or do whatever. Like, I don't want your damn breakfast burrito."
Yeah.
But no, I
mean,
don't.
You know, he's an abrasive character, but you know, he's a good dude, and it works for him.
It does. That's what got him where he is now. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. You know,
the way he is has
lost
got
time
him
too,
to.
you know?
Is he a millionaire?
I'd guess so.
You think so?
You know, I don't keep an account on that man's pockets, but we got a lot of money moving.
Yeah, they got
through that company.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. His wife's kind of hot.
We're on camera.
I can say it.
Yeah,
I
you
saw
can
her
say
in
that.
person.
You
She
can
got
say
some
that.
nice tits.
She got titties?
She's
She got some ass too?
Yeah,
When
yeah,
she
a little
turn
bit.
around, you went, both
But
sides.
she cannot.
That
There's
shit's
no
off.
way she can. No, it's not. It's a pause because it's trying to reconnect. I guess the Wi-Fi's a little iffy.
I want to kick it.
How old is his wife? There's no way she's 33.
I guess, yeah, 30s.
What? No
I
way.
guess.
Well, maybe.
Hey, you're getting dirty looks.
Oh,
You're
shit.
getting dirty looks.
Shit.
That ass was like, pow! Oh, shit.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Nah,
without
baby, you got the better one.
Hey, he does have a beautiful wife, you know, as he should.
No, but the reason why I bring her up is because she is her grandma is the
You
sister.
said that 3 times.
I know her grandma is the sister to one of the chicks that in ABBA. In ABBA,
Yeah,
right?
I think
And she's
her mother's
Swedish.
mother was, you know,
Is it
I
grandma?
can't tell the story as good as they can, but yeah, I think her grandma's in
And like her, she gets like some kind of not severance package. Is that the word?
Just royalties. You know?
Royalties, there you go, from
I'm
ABBA.
sure ABBA has money constantly flowing.
That's the dancing queen
Yeah, 'cause
song,
they-
Yeah,
right?
you know they licensings of that song probably pay.
Oh, it's hitting through the roof right now. The gays love it.
What songs do they?
I don't know. I'm
does
just
ABBA
talking shit.
have?
I'm just talking shit. I don't know.
Dancing Queen, man, ABBA had hits.
They do have one song that I like. I can't remember what it is though.
They're not. I don't know. I can't.
No,
think
they're
of their
they're in
songs.
that Blondie
But I like-
years.
I'm about to have to Google ABBA.
But I like how whenever they're talking about her, they intro they throw in the
Dancing
Swedish Chef.
Queen.
No, they
Oh.
throw in the Swedish Chef.
The Swedish Chef.
Yeah. Yeah, because
The
they're
Muppets?
from Sweden. They're from ABBA's Swede. They're Swedes.
That's
So every
hilarious.
time they start talking about John Clay's wife, John Wolfe's wife, I should say, anytime they start talking about her, they do that little thing. Boo dee doo, here doo dee doo doo. Boo doo dee doo. Yeah, the boop boop, and everybody sings it at the when they go boop boop boop, which is hilarious.
Mamma Mia.
Oh yeah,
I know that song got to be panned.
It has to
Still
because they made
saved
a
by
movie out of
itself.
it.
What movie was that?
It's called
Hairspray.
Mamma Mia.
Hairspray. Oh no, it's called that. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. My phone died.
Let that be a lesson to
Take
you.
a chance on me.
I don't know what song that is.
Yeah, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. I don't know, dude. I don't listen to that shit.
All right.
Oh, this is banging. Oh, I don't know
Pre-K,
what it is.
it is almost time to wrap it up, and you know what? I'll join you and that little guy right there in the yard if you want to hang out for a little bit. But as far as the podcast goes, it is time for almost our closing time, dude. Thank you for coming.
We're Dunsky.
I like your hat. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, man.
Is that
I thought we was gonna talk about
Is
some
that-
anime on this.
is that
bitch, man.
Capsule Corp?
Yeah.
You're a Dragon Ball Z fan?
Yeah, man.
Shut
I
up.
With that shit.
What?
Hell yeah.
The hip hop community
Yeah,
loves
I
Dragon
seen
Ball
y'all,
Z.
You know, got these anime posters. And all that.
Yeah, I'm the
We
anime
can talk
fan,
About,
yeah.
you know, some
I actually hate it.
hyper
You know what's
violent
funny? We
early
said we
90s
were talking
anime.
about the Bumpets and everything, and I got those guys over there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you know who they are, but
the movie critic guys.
yeah, the critics would be like, oh, they'd always clown on every episode.
These guys right here, though, y'all seen the Muppet Christmas movie? They
I
were
have not.
creepy as fuck in that.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't
one.
seen
I
that one.
gotta see that shit. Like, as a kid, that shit fucking.
Wait,
Why are you whispering when you say it? Hey man, low key, as a kid,
It is low key, man. I don't want people, you know, hopping out on me, showing me clips.
They're
of
gonna be
fucking
dressed up in their costume.
Muppet Christmas Carol, and I'm saying, ah, look at this, and I'm like, oh shit.
yeah, we can't let Pre-K. No one know what Pre-K's little.
it's gonna be half gays with bandanas.
stereotypes.
The other ones are gonna
The
be.
Gay Mafia is coming at me with DVDs
Oh,
of the
man.
Muppet Christmas Carol movie, and I'm just like, fuck, no.
Oh man. But yeah, Pre-K, thanks for coming out, dude. It's really great to have you here.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, like it's crazy that you came. I just took a chance. I was like, you know what? Let me just ask
Yeah,
him.
man. You know,
Why not just ask? He's a human. I'm a human.
Yeah.
Let me ask him if you want to come be on the show. And we'll see, you know, with other things. You can always come on if you ever want to for other stuff any other time.
So, man, you know,
I'll hit you up
anytime
if you're
y'all
not
want me here,
busy.
man,
We'll
just let me
schedule a
know.
different one. Do you want to shout out anything real quick before we head out?
Yeah, shout out to Lakeisha, shout out to Shannon, you know what I'm saying, y'all?
Oh my goodness.
Call me back. No.
At the same time,
Wait, have you banged the black chick yet? Because I remember last time they were like,
Man,
oh,
I
you
ain't gone, you know, full force.
dude, I'm gonna hook you up. I'll hook you up
Hey,
with the black
yeah,
chick.
about to say, I ain't turning down nothing but my collar, you know?
hey, that's what I say all the time. I don't even turn that down sometimes.
I don't be, you know, giving myself to just anybody. I'm a pimp, I'm not a hoe, okay?
Oh.
I'm pimped by hoes.
Do you have an Instagram? I know
Yeah,
you do.
man. Y'all can fuck with me on IG. It's at Prekeezy. That's Prekeezy. Same on Snapchat. But really, I'm on Facebook, man. You know, because that's
Yeah.
where I share my music and stuff. Just look me up. PRE_KAY. Twitter at DJ PREK. You know, I'm trying to get my numbers up. I don't follow back.
I don't follow. Wait, do you follow me back?
Yeah, I
hope
followed you
you
back.
do.
I followed you back because I fuck with you. But I barely ever follow back. You know, I'm just being honest.
That's alright, man.
Fuck y'all.
Hell yeah.
What
I
about
love y'all? Okay, I'll follow you back. Follow me.
what about your
Sorry,
your music? Where can people hear your music at?
I'm working on a new album right now, so follow me on social media and you'll definitely hear about it. You
Okay,
know,
cool,
I've been
cool,
working.
cool.
I brought you a CD with some exclusive stuff.
Wait, you
that-
brought me a
Oh,
CD?
shit.
Yeah.
Where's it
It's
at?
just a burnt CD. I got it in the whip. But
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter if it's burnt or not. That's still
it's some
thank you.
exclusive stuff.
I
man.
definitely
I can't
listen
let
to
you
it.
get this out to the public.
Not yet?
I want to break you off. And
Okay, cool. I feel special now.
Yeah. So my new album's coming soon. You know, I do shows and DJ and all that stuff too. So you know, I'm always doing.
Of course,
something.
yeah.
Always find me.
I do want to hit you. Not do want to hit you up, but I do want to go to some of your shows. And yeah, I heard you went to go. Did you go to that Snoop Dogg concert that was here?
Hell yeah.
How fucking badass was that?
Just
How high did you get? Could you drive home or did you have to Uber?
did I try?
There we go. That's the answer. I don't even know how I got home.
That is the correct
My
answer.
mom found me on right in front of the refrigerator, with peanut butter in my hand and a chicken leg in the other.
I've woke up like that. A Jack in the Box burger and in my car with no shirt on and spit just everywhere.
I
No,
had,
you almost burned the house down.
Oh, that too.
my mom found me. I had 2 half-drinking water bottles and an Uncrustable in my
Oh shit.
Oh,
you say you
man.
almost burned down a motherfucker?
Yeah, he almost burned down the house because he started cooking. What, with the hamburgers?
I have no idea.
He started cooking something. He was drunk and then he passed out.
I've done the same thing, dog. Pizza rolls.
With my dick in my hand.
See,
My mom didn't say that.
With the pizza roll still in it.
With my Dr. Pizza roll.
Well, I didn't want to say that. But yes,
Oh,
it
man.
was delightful.
Straight up.
But yeah, but dude, it was great having you on.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here.
All right, let me shout out a couple of my things. You guys, I am performing. I do have a showcase coming up on the 26th, which I hope you can make it to it. The 26th here. It's going to be at the Fort Worth Hyenas. What else can I say? Well, I mean, I'm always at, Arlington Improv, and I'm always at Fort Worth Hyenas on Thursdays for the open mics. And let me see. Next week, I will have on Clarissa, a new comic that I've just met recently. Oh, and Matt McElhoon makes his return. Matt McElhoon's going to be on there with her. Gump, I know you might not be here because we're still watching Game of Thrones.
Hell yeah.
How is that? How's that going? How's that going? Oh, thank God, it's the last week. Oh.
It's good. It's alright, whatever. Drama. Too much. I don't like the drama. I just like the fighting. But it's like 90% drama,
Okay.
10% fighting.
Please.
Yeah, all day. Give it to me. I need it now.
I don't really watch drama shows that much.
But there's this guy that's the Hound. He's hilarious. Just look up him on YouTube.
The Hound?
Yeah, all he does is like talk shit and kill. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that midget still alive?
The midget is still alive.
God damn, get rid of him.
Excuse me, little person.
The little person midget is still alive.
Oh, wait, do I have to be PC about
No
that?
slurs.
I don't think so.
Is it a slur?
How dare you?
I didn't slur when I said it.
Look.
Midget.
I grew up watching Willow,
Oh, Willow
and
was the
he
shit.
called himself midget. Willow was awesome.
Yeah.
That was way before anything. The three-headed dragon came on. That guy banged a whore. It was great. Do you remember Willow? Did you ever watch
I ain't
Willow?
seen Willow.
Watch Willow.
Yeah, Willow's pretty good. Have you seen Legend?
Willow. And Legend is awesome
Tom
too.
Cruise.
I have not seen either of those, but I have seen
Ne-
Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah, that's it. Never Ending Story.
What? You've seen Boys in the Hood. How is that surprising? It's not. That's what I'm trying to say.
I have seen Next Friday, however. Okay.
What? Anything after Friday is useless.
What you mean, man? Friday after next.
Anything
Friday.
after Friday is
I didn't see that one. The
You
third
can-
one, right?
You know
Yeah.
what I always thought was funny? That people, no offense. Wait, no offense. You're not the black community. Where the black community would be like, they always joke around about Friday being such a great movie, but they missed the point. The point of the movie was that, you stand your ground, you think, you be a man and fight. And it's like they all focus was on the comedy part, and didn't focus on the part where it's like, hey, you're a man no matter what. You don't need to resolve violence by killing people.
Yeah, I can't believe that the Friday series didn't end police brutality either, man.
Yeah. Well, the police brutality part, yeah, the police brutality was like, you got me there. That part was a little different.
Well, I get what you're saying. But yeah, I can't believe you'd say that.
Yeah,
as the black community, I'm fucking so offended.
Yeah.
What time is it? Do you have the time? Anybody got the time?
Shut up.
On my Casio, it's
Okay.
9:47.
All right, we're gonna
Damn.
stop right there. Pre-K, you gotta come back on because I have more to talk to you about. All right, so hopefully soon.
We'll get
into
anime.
Can you? Yeah, we'll talk about anime. I didn't know you're an anime buff.
Hell yeah,
man.
figure out Perfect Blue, all that shit, man.
What? Perfect Blue.
Yeah, see, I'm rolling deep cuts out.
Yeah,
on
you
y'all.
might
Y'all
be,
know
man. I
about
don't even get that one.
All I know is anime.
Armitage, you know, all that stuff.
Damn, man. I might learn some anime
Tenchi
stuff.
Muyo.
I know Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah, attention.
But thanks everybody, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Game over, son. You want to stop right there for me, please? Oh, pre-K. Let's go smoke that blunt.
Hell yeah. Shit, where's my bathroom?